it any other way.
We got everything. We got it all in that set. We had a draw. We had an SSG game win. We had Kodo G getting some. But
well.
We're on set 5 yet again, folks. I feel like it's just
we have a best
of yesterday. Just so
of
much
5.
to unpack. I felt like this was going to be a 3-2 SSG before that, and now that we're here, these teams feel really evenly matched. Again, Kodo G made a big splash last month. These two teams are exactly the same on the leaderboard, had the exact same result in month number 2, and now we get the reunion of Bob special here.
We just got 4 rounds of knockouts. How crazy is that? Did you ever cast that before? I didn't. I'm absolutely loving how close all of those sets have been. Each one.
Space Station Gaming versus Kodo G right now.
Top, we even get a draw on knockout. Uber. Yeah, at this point, I really don't know who could take it. Did you ever cast 4 rounds of knockout?
Not sure.
Hello, chat. Hello, chat.
Honestly,
I now see you.
Brawl Stars has been a fever dream, albeit a good one. But I just love watching these comps interact because it's like a game of chess in the drafts, right? Bella's so good against Buster comps because they want to group up. That's how Buster gets his super.
Today, I'm going to be watching the monthly finals and playing some ranked at the same time. I don't know exactly what I'm going to watch, if I'm going to watch every game or not, but right now, these two teams are facing, and the next game mode is what matters. Who do you think is going to win? Good question. I think second best is gonna win. He's just too nonchalant of an individual. You know, I think his nonchalantness is gonna get him the victory. Because second best, you know, like Kodo G, like he has. Wait, no, we're on the same team. The other team, like, they have something to prove, you know. But like second best, like, he's so nonchalant. There's no pressure. I think that's what's gonna get him the win. He picked Kenji. Big respect. Big respect. I'm gonna put a poll and we're gonna see what you guys think. Who you guys think is gonna win? Code OG or SSG?
I'm super excited to see how the rest of the day goes, Kenny.
You know, I think an underrated storyline coming into this month for North America.
I don't think I'm gonna watch all the drafts. I might like play ranked while the drafts are going, but just for this match, I want to watch the draft since it's the final one. I haven't watched esports in over a year. I don't know anything about the current esports stuff. Well, hey, this is the perfect stream to get back into it. I'm kind of a newbie too, so we're gonna learn together. The same exact spot for Sans as the iconic emote. Oats overnight on a shirt. Let me know if the audio is good, by the way, if like you guys want me to lower the stream or not, or higher the stream.
SSG and OG are probably, yeah, they've probably got players on bio breaks and stuff like that.
Tom thinks Code OG is gonna win. Thank you for the $20. So, Code OG has Charles, second best, and OG, which is pretty crazy. OG really named his whole team Code OG. That's kind of funny. So, Dueling Beetles, what would I first pick? They banned Bo, Chester, Stu, Lou, B, and I don't know what that last brawler is. I can't see it. So, Tom thinks Kodo G is going to win, but the poll thinks SSG 55%. Interesting, interesting. Hank! Wreckers! You have started a revolution! You have brought... Okay, to be fair, Hank is just good in general, but... Hank first picked on Hot Zone. Okay, I mean, that's not what I would do. That is... So, Space Station Gaming already, like... Tom kind of already off to a good start with his vote. I already think Kodo G is going to win. Alex the Gray for the $2. Thank you. Can't stay, but still want to say hi. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, thank you. Good to see you here. I'm tired of the Hank pick. You're tired of it? We have Barry Draco, so they're just gonna heal Draco. And then Hank. Interesting, interesting.
That's why second best on the Draco here, and I imagine the last stand gadget is important because Kodo G will be looking to artificially lengthen the fights so that they can get value
Barley.
Healing. The Space Station have given themselves access to that as well now through the healing tonic.
Okay, now they're gonna pick an anti-tank. They're gonna pick something to take out the tankiness, I think. Or there's no way they go healer, right? Like what healer would they have? Poco? No, there's no way. They have to go an anti-tank, right? So I want to watch this. I want to watch this monthly finals, especially because I saw. Oh, they're picking a tank of their own. 2 tanks, no healers, and no anti-tank. Okay, well I guess Jackie's good against Draco. I want to watch this monthly finals because if I'm pushing a pro, like I want to learn from these guys and see what they do. So it looks like Hot Zone, it's all about just staying alive, healthy, tanky, healed. Let me know if the audio is good, by the way.
Like I said, and I think SSG realized this, and they're either gonna have to dare Kodo G to go down the tier list to take an anti-tank brawler of their own that's maybe not as good in the meta, or find a way to match what they're doing.
Honestly, Draco can be an anti-tank brawler.
It is, it's good. Turn up the audio, says Lucas. Can barely hear it. Can barely hear it. I'm increasing it a little bit. I'm increasing it a little bit.
35% extra damage for that duration. So, you know, there is definitely options. You take that star power instead of like the one that heals you when you pop the dragon.
Okay.
Because you already have healing from the berry. So in theory,
Colette is a great pick.
You don't need that extra one. Now,
why did they not pick Uncle Lou? I think Lou might have been banned, but I could be wrong. Turn up the finals audio, please. This is way better already, but I still think a bit more. Okay, okay, I got you.
Just swing on them. So I like the double tank look with the healing. Both teams with a similar sort of.
Okay, how about that? How about that?
But I want to see how this.
Okay, here we go. Come on, Kodo G. I kind of want them to win.
Obviously gonna be swinging on them like you
but at the same time, Bobby's on the other team, and Sans, and she. Like, I want everybody to win. Like, as I've gotten more into the community, I kind of know all these people now, and it's like I want them all to succeed. But I've just been watching a lot of second best videos recently, so I'm with Tom, voting for Kodo G.
All right, Chino falls. OG now in dragon form, and Kodo G are able to force SSG back off the point.
But he really named his whole team after his own name.
And he's been able to cycle those supers, which is big. Chino getting
so he's really the leader.
He's the sacrificial lamb.
And he's on Draco right now, so he has to care. Oh.
And this has allowed Kodo G to get a bit of a lead. Watch out now. Last stand popped. Kodo G able to.
Look at that guy, man.
Second best doesn't care.
Second best just going straight in. Bang. Wait, you can kill him? There you go. Okay, now what'd you do? I would like get out. I would like get out and heal. Does he have health gear? I don't. Oh, he's actually staying low health as the Frank, so he can. And look at the berry heals. He's staying low health so he can do good damage, but looks like OG just gonna get run down. Bobby misses. But see how second best and Charles are not going in yet? They're waiting for their team, resetting, going together. Both of the audio is good. Come on, second best, go. No, second best. There goes Kodo G, the team leader. He heals up. Bing, 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 bing. 13 health. He can't kill him. He can't kill him. Bobby missed. Bobby missed. That's how it goes with Hank. You like barely miss. Sans 100 health. This is really good. This is really good for. But Bobby's already back. Okay, there we go. Second best. Not gonna let him through. Not gonna let him through.
Opens up the map a little bit more now. 78 plays 89. Kodo G still have work to do.
OG has been so good in this set so far. He's going to have to keep putting in that work, though. It's not enough.
Wow.
On to match point for SSG. Kodo G are now going to have to go 2 straight.
If SSG win this, Kodo G is out of the tournament. What I'm really excited for is when Tribe comes on. That's when the real hype's going to come out. At this point, I'm happy if both teams win, but I kind of want second best to win just because I've been watching his videos a little bit.
But it takes time. And when you're going up against a Hank that has the gadget to mitigate incoming damage, and your damage
use Code Wisdom. Thank you, Logan.
You're gonna do less.
Heals essentially.
You're watching this like people should, thinking about what you should do and seeing what they do to learn. Yeah, like I kind of want to think like what I would do in here. I'll probably be the, like out of everybody, I would be the Hank or the Jackie or the Frank. Like I'm not gonna be a Barry Bar. Like I'm not good at those characters. It's like I'm pretend like I'm a Frank and like what would I do? Yeah, just like back a little bit. Don't get hit. Ooh, okay, he got hit maybe on purpose so he can keep his health low. I really wonder. He keeps his health low and now he's able to attack people. Okay, he's 33 health. He's breaking his own grass. I mean, I guess he was trying to hit the Jackie, but I feel like that was not even gonna hit. Okay, it's a pretty even game, but Blue does take it as control. Okay, just Draco just walks up and literally they just have to just take it. They just have to take the Draco to the face and there's nothing to do about it. No risk. Oh! Charles gets his whole thing canceled, but Hypercharge from Barley does not get canceled. And here comes Frank.
Charles didn't get
He's getting
much
healed.
value out of that super either because
Oh,
Jackie
another
used
canceled
her
super.
to scoop him off it. Chino now interacting really well with second best. That's easy.
Jackie is something I would not expect. So like, does Jackie counter Draco, or let's see, like, what is Jackie gonna do here? Boom, boom, boom. Like, is Jackie really the best pick? Even against Frank, like, I don't think it's that good. I guess it cancels his super. I wonder if second best has the which gadget second best has. Man, Bobby, we were just playing with him.
They've got to push up past it. They can't really just fight for point control itself.
You know, it's crazy. These are the literally people who we are playing with in ranked right now. This is the people. I played with Chino just the other day. Second best on that one video. I've never played with Sans though. Okay, come on. They just need 6%. Can OG hold off? The hypercharge Hank though. Nah, it's impossible. They're just too tanky. Oh! Wait, if you could stop the Hank though. Wow. That was a quick 5%. The winning animation. Oh. Alright. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, I mean, what a match. North America is shaping up pretty good.
Wow.
They responded to the call. I mean, there were a lot of doubts, and I think, again, the sentiment on the internet has been NA.
Alright, I'm gonna keep that audio on, but wow.
First half's a pretty good start for
We've seen 5.
Okay, chat. Looks like Bobby goes forward. Bobby is going forward. Now we take what we learned and we apply it into our own ranked game.
Yesterday. Is NA gonna be even crazy?
No, guys, come on. Not happening. I wish every game was as close and as competitive as this one, but it's just not going to happen. Barley gap, by the way, monumental. It's like Mariana's Trunch level gap here. 707 DPS. Sans also with a very respectable amount of time there on the point.
Aw, man.
Frank picked into the Barley, knowing that you have a short range thrower, just didn't get him there. It's a bit rough to see, honestly, because I like the Draco play. You can see how scary he is, but ultimately...
So they all thought SSG was going to win. Looks like our chat was correct. Looks like the chat was correct. 61% of you thought SSG was going to win.
Really had it all between Space Station Gaming and Code OG. We had 4 sets, or 4 matches in Knockout. We had a draw in there as well. We had sets
way closer than you thought it would be, Shadow? Really?
I
mean, Code OG, yeah.
Made it look really, really close. And we will. That's
good though, because now Tribe's gonna have an easy time. Like, you know, we want all these matches to go super close, so when Tribe faces them, they just like, you know, we don't want like a super strong team against Tribe, you know?
Have to face up against Tribe Gaming next, Kenny.
Yeah, Tribe Gaming, of course, can be one of the representatives here from North America at the Brawl Cup.
So this is the bracket we got next. BC Gaming. Oh, like okay, BC Gaming is the team I've always voted to get second place for the past 2 monthly finals. Now this is the 3rd monthly final.
BC Gaming, big question marks coming in today.
So they've got like Evex and like basically new. These are the newcomers. These are like the youngins.
That's a great point. Obviously,
they got Diego Gamer. And then Pioneers is Zulon, which I want Zulon to win. But Juan Carlos is on Elevate, so it's like everybody's got somebody I love. Is he gonna destroy STMN? You think so? That's STMN.
That could be a fun little tidbit here.
Oh, the live chat isn't working.
Teams that are really familiar with
Good
each
call.
other at this point, but we just feel like Tribe is on their best game right now.
Kenny, which of the following brawlers have you mentioned
Good
the
call,
most?
chat.
Hank, Checky, or Barley? Just in the last.
Okay.
In the last set in particular, I mean, Barley would make the most sense. I mean, 707 DPS.
All right, we are 302 in the world.
Let's see if either Barley
We got Bobby right here, first in the world.
The people watching, and it was Sense.
Do we see any other pros? I don't see any of them. There's KCP Fade. All right, let's go. Okay, let me know when it's back. Let me know when it's back. Actually, you know, we could play it while we have matchmaking. Smart.
Kenny already teased it a little bit.
There we go.
Our next match is going to be BC Gaming versus STMN. One of the two is still in the race for the Brawl Cup, but they're under a lot of pressure. They need to win.
I could 1v3 every esports team. Yes, you could, Mayo. No, Mayo, me, you, and Blizz start an esports team. We going far. What would be the best creator esports team? Like, the best chance of, like, actually beating a pro team? Look at that, Diego Gamer. Aggressive. Yeah, that's why I love you, brother. Just like me. I love playing those brawls too. Okay. It's time for me to become the pro. It's time for me to become the pro. We have the first pick. We gonna ban Melody. Okay. Daryl. Daryl. That was an insane game, holy. That's F5 was wild, yeah. There was even a tie. $300th in the world. Can we grow to 200 in the world? That's the goal for the stream. 200th in the world. Now, the reality is, the only time we've ever had good elo was in the last stream. Right, is it? Yep, you're right, Ton. I'm gonna move it over to the Wisdom chat. There we go. It's a little scuffed, but I'm just gonna do it. We got so much damage on our team. It's a teeny bit scuffed, but we can fix it. Pick Rosa. You know what I saw? I saw pros play Lily on this map. Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. The more damage, the better. They have a Colette. Let me go on this. Brother. All love in the chat. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay. Fantastic start. Alright, I'm not gonna go. Alright, I'm gonna go on this right lane. Because if I go middle, I'll get hit. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Ba-boom. Okay, that was not so good. I mean, it got 9%, but... So... Yeah, we're just gonna ignore you. Well, this isn't good. Okay, now we just reset. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, it's actually closer than it looks. How do I not have my super? So close to my super. See ya. Okay, well, okay, interesting. Okay, we'll be fine. gonna go on the right lane this time. Okay. Okay. We're winning. He's gonna TP. Yep. Really? Interesting. Alright, well, thanks for the super, buddy. Just lost all my health. And he hits me with the first shot! No missing, no nothing. Alright. It's okay. Wow. Okay, well, we just basically have nothing for their Nani Piper, and therefore we lose the match. Let's keep it with the pros, shall we? Let's just keep it with the pros.
23rd, of course, is typically like the draft, or at least he was last year on Luminosity. Maybe Vegeta will still be like here in some capacity in terms of draft, but he won't get to be on the battlefield.
Maybe they just want to keep it a secret, you know? They might keep it interesting, the stakes high. After all, they and Stripe Gaming have been the only ones ever going into
Oh,
a final in
goodness.
this region. Very top-heavy region overall. They're whopping 40 points above
Okay, they're still not playing, though.
Pioneers. That means BC Gaming only has to win their quarterfinal, and they would already be taking that second slot in the Brawl Cup, Kenny.
A lot to be done and a lot of pressure, obviously, with this substitution. And I mean, like you guys have mentioned, Apache is no slouch. He's been around the scene for a long time, has competed at the highest level back in the NA West days. He was very familiar with facing STMN, but obviously it's a new look for this roster.
First match is pinhole
organization.
punt.
So, completely different. I'm excited to see if he comes through in the little practice they did have. I was pretty impressed. I mean, I think all things considered with how short in the amount of time
BZ probably
these guys
gonna
put
win.
together from what I saw this week,
Let's do a
it
poll.
looked pretty solid. Usually wouldn't lean on a substitute being on a winning side. I think BC Gaming are a good enough roster to where I'm breaking that rule, and it seems all of us on the casting desk are, which is a little surprising to be honest.
Vote who you think is gonna win.
Can be the spoil sports here.
BC Gaming
Pioneers
or
are certainly
STMN?
hoping for it when BC
BC Gaming
loses
has
the quarterfinals.
Evex,
Pioneers
Diego
still have a
Gamer,
chance
and
to
Patchy.
claim that spot themselves.
Apache was
They're
retired and now he's back.
back monthly finals
STMN has
qualification
Tacos,
last month.
someone else, and someone
Unfortunately,
else.
They lost to the same team 3-0, but I feel like
Those who know
today
KCP is beating
a little
BC,
bit
says
differently.
Zemp. So you're saying KCP is beating, but KCP is not facing BC right now.
Seem to be siding with BC Gaming in a which can't fault you for that. They have
So what do you
been
mean,
in second
Zemp?
place the last couple of months. They've been very consistent, and I think the primary area where they find their strength is that draft. And I don't think that's really going to be going anywhere with just one player out of rotation. So we'll see what they have in store for us here as we get started on Pinhole Punt. Kenny, we see some of the important brawlers now banned out. Lou out of the question. So I think something like Stu,
Practice for years just to be called someone else and someone else.
is probably also going to be
My bad.
deprioritized.
An interesting one for STMN that they've actually chosen a lot in practices leading up to this is Meg. So I'm curious to see if they go for the crazy pick or a little something out
Alex,
there that
I
we're not
sent you
used to
an
seeing
ad.
off the rip.
Let me
They're
know
gonna choose
if that
Chester,
works.
especially given the bans.
I hope
that's
you're not
the
lying.
Number one most picked brawler still available for them, at least on
So
this
Patchy's
map.
retired,
Some
but
other
he's
interesting
back.
ones that come up, we'll see
Patchy's
Maple,
retired,
good
but
pick.
he's back.
Stu, like
Alright.
you mentioned, I really like that idea as
Diego
well.
Gamer showing the leg hair.
Certainly has some legitimacy.
Giga
And
Chad.
then Max is maybe another one.
Giga Chad.
Mid brawler, not necessarily all the range, but a great
I'm
support
voting for
utility
BC
kind of
Gaming.
asset.
Another important
STMN has
question is, like,
57%.
in what capacity
in my
is Phoebe
poll.
gonna show up?
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, she's going to show up as pick number 2.
Nice.
Because this is a wide open map. You can get good coverage of those bushes with your super.
And there's
And
Evex.
just having the area control in general. Like, yeah, there are some.
Evex has helped me with a lot of
field,
YouTube
and
videos.
shoot
Actually,
really
probably like
like
2 or
can't
3, but
break
they were like a
those.
lot of help.
But
So
aside from that, Beat
that's
has
honestly
fantastic
why I like
area
BC
control
Gaming the
at
most.
long range. She's gonna
And because
enable
he's a
other
newcomer.
things. She's going to
He's the
disable
underdog.
Some important things like a Poco. I mean, this is always part of the
They
conversation.
faced them in semis.
This
Yep,
is
yep,
the
yep.
Of Brawl Stars. B also enables them to go
But
something
before
like,
KCP
if they
faced them, I
want,
mean,
they're gonna
what about
opt for
STMN? So
Meg.
Zemp, basically what you're
This
saying
match
is
which you
STMN
brought
is not
up
even
just
in the
now,
competition.
But I still think Hank, he's part of the conversation.
basically
in
what
that
Zemp is
he's
saying.
banned, basically. So now they have to find an answer for the Meg.
And a common answer for this has been Lola. Even on this map in particular, it does really well into B. Meg, Poco commonly shows on this map, so outgunning it has been something these pro players have done. Gray shows up occasionally here, so that's been a way that these teams have aggressed it, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Okay, Lola up here. I'm seeing a potential thing that could be a good into that Lola would be the Carl, which is quite popular right now. Going to be able to outrange.
Sem says, wait, so to break it down, Lotus stopped drafting for BC, so they had to get a new drafter last few days. With the fact that they got Patchy as sub, they're not making it past semi, so they lose.
They are able to do that with Chester in a limited capacity. If he gets that bomb, they're actually going to pick up the Carl themselves, which pretty much the same reasoning. They do not want to leave this available to BC Gaming. But I still think that there are tools that BC
if BC is not making it past this match, then they're not even. Then there's no loser bracket, is there? So BC just loses to STMN. Is that what you're saying?
Where he usually finds quite a lot of value, and maybe something for BC that also makes use of some of these walls.
So we're gonna see how Patchy does as a sub. But Patchy's literally like
because it hasn't really
a World Finals level player.
A guaranteed success, as we've observed earlier today.
Yeah, coming into today, Ollie 12 for 18. That puts him right around a 67% win rate. That doesn't include any of the stuff today. Haven't been quick enough on my feet to do the math there, folks. But still a pretty good brawler in the meta, I would say, overall. This gives
and I like Patchy too, so therefore there's more reason to want BC to win. Zemp, I don't know what you're saying, but if you're saying BC's going to lose, I don't think so. I mean, like, I know, is that Vegeta in the back?
Usually going to be in that band stage.
That's the only downside, is they don't have Vegeta, and they don't have that synergy with Evex, but, like, it's Patchy.
On this map in North America, so curious to see how this one will unfold.
Come on.
BC Gaming,
Evex, let's go. Evex on the Ollie. He's facing the Chester. Probably not the best matchup because, you know, Chester's a tank counter.
Ball already being repositioned to the left side.
But Lola's just like a good, just like neutral brawler.
I think they're going
range
to
plus
as sort of
damage.
Look at that. As much pressure as possible. This is an easy walk-in for Evex, though. He's able to do this right through Steel, who didn't have enough DPS to chunk down his HP.
Patchy is washed and Vegeta is better. Right now, synergy.
Evex looking for it. The self-pass.
Well, Zem.
Doesn't even need teammates to enable that one. BC
You could argue Patchy's washed, but he's still Patchy.
Away on game number 1.
Nasty work here.
He has experience.
Look, their mechanics are good. These were some players that we were looking out for last year that made a splash from time to time, but weren't the consistent force that they are this year. And now
they still beat STMN 80%, but I don't think they can beat a prepared team. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Playing well.
Well, I mean, if they lose to KCP, I'm okay with it because they got Zulon on KCP.
Sunny
so.
said it. No other team has pulled this off. Will BC Gaming be the exception?
Well, certainly seemed to be the case in game number 1.
We'll see, though. We'll see.
I think that was really just a fluke. STMN left their defense woefully open, and Evex was able to get a goal on his own. He's going to enable a kill for Patchy as well, who's quite vulnerable here on the right side. It's an easy one for Taco since there was no CC awaiting him over there. BC Gaming will still find the chance to get back to mid. Diego Gamer has this mid entirely open to himself.
I don't know anyone here besides Evex, Pain, and Patchy. Diego Gamer is just basically also a newcomer. I mean, I don't expect most people to know him.
Oh, and a perfectly timed stun coming out there. Pain still falls. Patchy.
Steel and Tacos are also just like, they've been here, but they just haven't been able to have too much success.
Complete team wipe there will save stamina.
BC Gaming have enough time to respawn and gear up for a defense. And STMN are working with the Chester Hypercharge here. Here it comes. Breaks open the right side. Steel needs to pass it forward. Evex trying to intercept, but he's slowed down by the Pop Rocks. And STMN take this one goal advantage. They're still going to have to fight through Diego Gamer over here on the right side. They're playing quite cautiously around mid. Steel's going to pop that hypercharge. Still gets slowed. That is just going to bring that offense to a halt. STMN still have that mid control. It could
he just has to hit the shots.
It really depends on whether Diego Gamer is able to make contact with these high-powered B shots.
Terrific teamwork to get
Evex is in. Cancels the Carl super. Free damage. Doesn't have a lot of ammo though. Bang. Diego Gamer down. Okay, Patchy. Does he close the super? It's not even enough. You know what? Zemp might be right.
The Chester wall break has been crucial for enabling some of these goals. That was the mentality from the outset that yes, he is a good brawler, but when you get that hypercharge, which you do pretty quickly as Chester, he's going to get a guaranteed bomb. Usually it's like a 1 in 5 chance. Now it's 1.
Why Vegeta not playing? Vegeta.
So that's huge.
I forgot what happened. No, I think he's somewhere else. Like he's somewhere else.
That one slipped through their
like he's on vacation or something.
Solo offense there of Evex.
I'm not sure though.
Much better job.
Where's Bobby? Bobby just won his match.
Denying Diego Gamer his usual position.
So Bobby's gonna face like I think Tribe. I think Bobby's facing Tribe, and I'm so excited to watch Tribe play, man. I really am excited to watch Tribe play. Come on, Evex, show the world what you're made of.
Gonna try and get their footing back in this map a little bit.
Okay, imagine I'm the Ollie. So basically, what I would do is just like basically, yeah, just stay behind this wall. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. All right, just hit a little peep shot, but ooh, I would not expect that slow, and yeah, I'd be just where he is right now. Yeah, that's me right there. All right.
Patchy needs to stay alive. He's got that hypercharge and he's taken down before he can get right back in the mech. Diego Gamer at mid though. He's got that right lane held down.
Shoot the low up, bang. Alright, Evex is back now. What would I do? I'd basically stay in the bushes. I would not shoot. I would stay in the middle bushes. Well, I guess maybe I shouldn't.
But it would be a waste.
So okay, you go on the right.
He's burning all the way down.
What I'd do right now is I'd go onto like Lola probably.
Still a chance for BC Gaming.
But it looks like he's just gonna play passive. He jumps out, smart. And right now I jump onto Lola. Okay, right now I jump onto Chester. Alright, cool. They're playing it safe, so maybe this is why I'm not a pro. But maybe I would have gotten kills right there. Maybe I'm just too aggressive. There you go, Patchy with the big swipe. Now going in, Sussy. Maybe I should be the pro. I don't think that was a good time to go in. But it's okay.
Did a ton of damage from a large distance, but Vex has to multitask here. Pain on the right-hand side, Steel now rejoining him. Pain getting a little too close for comfort here. Could go down. Patchy trying to find the follow-through shots, but Pain has been a nuisance. Lola on the map, dropping a spawner, doing a little extra work.
Okay, he dodges the fire, staying alive.
So close to bringing both of those BC brawlers down, but somehow they survive.
All right, so now I would basically just stay in the bushes. I would, you know, I'd pick up the ball and like throw it left. Okay, you're throwing it behind that wall. Interesting.
They have to watch out for.
I would not super onto Tacos because then he's just gonna like super away. All right, well honestly, that was the best play I've ever seen in my entire life. That was beautiful. Just single-handedly open up the whole map for the team. Diego Gamer? Wow. 10 seconds. I don't think they can score.
Seconds to go. STMN, they don't have the utility to get this one in.
Patchy W. Patchy is a Mortis main. That's why I've always liked him.
Away set number 1 with that last-second goal.
Evex is helping with videos, and Diego Gamer just Giga Chat, so this is beautiful.
From BC Gaming. Fantastic work there just to get in some big-time buckets.
Look at that Giga Chat.
Those were not easy goals. The self-pass one in that game number
Look at that
1
Mortis
was
main.
flashy. In game number 3, as a buzzer beater, they get the perfect one in between the defenders. Just so well played.
We will play. And
play ranked
today with the stories. Honestly, I was so ready to say. Well,
okay, we'll play match. We'll play match.
That set. The pressure is surely on BSC right now. BSC and BC Gaming, because they have to win that one to make it into Brawl Cup. Just a little reminder here, and they take it in the end anyway. It was super close once again. I was looking out for Steel.
I will play match. We'll play
match.
match.
Phenomenal job on that Lola, a pick that, by the way, I saw incoming, and I was super happy to see her. Just so much damage output, super good against the B. The damage to deal.
I'm gonna lower this audio a little bit.
And I thought STMN had it. They didn't. In the end, ready? You called it a fluke in that round number 1. I assume you didn't expect BC to take it either.
No, I didn't. But see, that game number 3 was not a fluke at all. That was earned. Check this out for FX. Like,
ban Angelo. Oh no, they already banned him.
A hole that he located in STMN's defense and fully exploited it. That one though was earned. 2 of those goals.
Would you guys like me to mute the stream while I have gameplay or keep it on?
But that hypercharge, it didn't find its way into the goal. I think really BC Gaming
or you don't mind.
Job of making sure they didn't fall all the way into their back lines, establishing the pressure, so they didn't get their walls broken that time. And the B goal in the last second, I mean, that was just a skill diff for Diego Gamer. I mean, what a guy! 9 kills in the round, and then that last second goal, huge.
I mean, that round number 1,
keep it on mute.
Running for its kind of filter role of a melody, super good Ollie on their team, and then also the B, as you mentioned, just doing a phenomenal job. In the end, BC Gaming takes it, and they definitely earned it, Kevin.
Absolutely, just some really good plays. STMN certainly in this one, though, kept it close. I think made some good draft decisions as well. The Lola one, I think, is a natural response into some of what we saw, but honestly, just the mechanics.
Alright, brother.
We saw B.
Let's see what they pick.
Brawler that entire set, and for good reason. Both of these teams are going to eliminate it here on Open Zone.
It's another map where we could potentially see Chester. It's always been a very interesting one for me. When he first came into the game, into Brawl Stars overall, I was like, oh, it's a really cool concept, the randomness of him, but is he ever really gonna be
just playing mute
because of that? And yet, he's one of the most picked brawlers ready. How come?
Alright, 2 gameplays at once. Okay, beautiful start. Beautiful. Well. Okay, Brock Bell, Ollie, Brock Bell, Ollie, Brock Bell, Ollie. Ow. Okay, just Pearl, please back up, Pearl. Pearl, you don't need to fight. Sorry, Fernando.
Powerful Draco was, especially in the RDM, sure, but just in general, as a response to that, it's not something that they want to play around with. There's also the possibility of a thrower here, which they need to account for, which
okay, Fernando
is going to help ameliorate, but it's difficult for them to play one of their own facing the screen. They've gone with the Meg once again.
Yeah, and when I see Meg, and just given what I've seen on this map in the past for practices, Lola's on the mind. They see Ollie, who has a lot of HP, can cover the distance, having the extra spawner. Yeah, I just think this is a natural answer and one that makes sense for the map.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Nice rockets, Brock. Okay, now I'm not gonna let them know I'm here. Oh goodness! Wow, that is fantastic. Got him. Okay. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Please. Yes. I kind of want to watch what's happening in the pro game, but I'm stuck in this ranked game. Oh wow. I probably should help that Pearl. How about you all take a little bit of a magic hand, please? Thank you. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Gotcha. Well, that kind of sucks. Beautiful. Wait, just look at this real quick. Nice.
Finally, they're able to expand a little bit of room. Oh, but the mines trip up of Vex.
Okay, let's see what we missed.
STMN
Well, we missed the entire odds on match.
Fantastic draft leads to fantastic results. That's often what we see at professional level.
This is the reason for the discourse about blind bans, and you know, some people expressing a little bit of frustration because with these blind bans you can do stuff like catch your opponent off guard, enforce their hand, and picking a Lu that they're not going to be able to do anything with. This was IQ from STMN. This was well researched. Hats off to the analyst on this one.
One of the first sets we see closed out in a 2-0. Not a single game picked up this time around from BC Gaming. I would honestly just put it all on the draft. Really like the bow. Just do the Lola once again. A pick they picked twice now, STMN, and they really feel comfortable with it, Kenny.
The Lola just made a lot of sense, and honestly, credit to you, Reddy, for just immediately identifying this feels like an outdraft. You were absolutely right. The Lu just was going to have a tough time, and that's just kind of the mind games that we juggle with these pro players. I think oftentimes when you're playing your ranked games at home, you make your 30-second picks. Maybe you think about it a little bit, but these guys are trying to trap people with their bans. They're going to make a first pick to try and bait you into something. This is just so much depth going into this, and to your credit, again, good job by the analysts. They made a good 2-3 turn, and then they followed up with a nice counter pick. I really like this out of STMN, and it obviously paid off.
I think this also gets in their heads a little bit too, because like you're in this position where your hand is completely forced. Am I gonna have to play a little bit more safe in these upcoming rounds? Jeez, look at that. Tied up on the DPS. Now, how often do you see that?
Wow.
I think we saw
they're hacking or what?
Yesterday, to be honest with you, but it's so rare, and now we see it again. And also, when it's that just large of an amount, makes it even better. 10, 4, 5, 3, and then honestly, they were so close in hot zone percentage. I don't even know who you'd crown the MVP to there. I think it's literally just that 1% the game would just have to make a call.
Make a video with SZ Gusta. Okay.
Tough one to choose the MVP here. For me, also, here's
I'll have to check out his channel. I've never heard of him.
The one with the mines, for example, in both cases, are the ones with the most kills. I guess in a pro player's case, they can just dodge those a bit easier, but both definitely still had a lot to say in that set as well. Heading over to Layer Cake now, and I'm sure Pioneers that we're seeing
here we go.
Are super happy right
Layer
now.
Cake.
They want STMN to win this one.
So
then
Shade,
contesting for
like who's gonna dominate this map?
Yeah, they
Shade,
got points to compete for.
Hank,
Brawl Cup comes
Gene,
down to STMN's performance here.
Meeple.
A lot of dependence to put on another team, but this is kind of perfect, like best case scenario for Pioneers at the moment. They've seen that STMN can get this 100-0 outdraft. I mean, I don't even call it like 500-0 outdraft.
Juju.
BC Gaming was completely helpless in that situation. We're moving to a bit of a different one in terms of outdraft. I don't think that that usual trio that we discussed earlier is going to be one of like the main focuses of this one. There's a bit more diversity here on Layer Cake, and I would expect once again stuff like Hank, Gray, that usual duo to be a big part of this conversation.
I think this is another one where the ban stage matters a lot for what teams are going to end up going with. If we see something like Carl and Angelo, some more stereotypical ones, but other ones like Hit. If Kit's out of the ban stage, then that literally limits other brawlers from what their strategy is going to be pulling off. Gray also in the mix here too, Sunny. So going to be interesting to see what these teams like to go for. There's been a lot of mind games going.
A lot of mind games here in NA. Terra, for example, has come out today. Cordelius, Melody
What are they
has
gonna
had a
ban?
huge comeback, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we get some surprises into this one as well. We're still waiting for the bans here on Layer Cake, as you two mentioned. It's one of those maps where the usual 10 brawlers that are very strong in the current meta could show up once again. Juju is very strong, Carl, Hank, as you mentioned, and some of these have been left open. I only see the Hank ban here, and then triple tank ban actually from STMN ready.
So BC bans Gray,
Seeing 3 brawlers that would
Lumi,
be pretty good
and
against
Hank.
Carl. And so maybe
Buzz,
this
Buster,
lets
and
go that
Jackie. Wow, they
direction
really
and
don't
keeps
like
things
all
a
my
bit
like
more
kind
open.
of favorite brawlers.
Shade.
Shade. Called it.
Okay. That's one way to start it off. Actually, a good brawler for this. Just the hazard is like, okay, if BC Gaming decide to
But
lead with a
first
Brock or
pick is kinda
something, then
crazy.
Shade kind of doesn't have any walls to sit inside of getting.
Shade's a really popular one, and your mind went to Carl, which I think makes a lot of sense. All 3 of those brawlers would have been very targeted, good bans, but also
I'm back. Did my
all
prediction
very
come
good
true?
draw
Well,
options, I think, to allow Shade to be
if your
good,
prediction was
especially
that
with
BC was gonna
Jackie.
lose
We
that hot
commonly
zone,
see
well,
Hank
yeah,
and
it
Jackie
did
in
come
a
true.
professional level be the answers into Shade.
Or
And
I don't
reason
know
for
if
that
your prediction
is
was
the
the
amount of
pick. I
health
don't
they
know.
carry, the fact that they can also shoot through walls, so Shade can't just sit there and passively charge a super. And it takes Shades a lot of shots.
Gene, wow, I literally
tags, as you see,
called
as
both
shot
of these
fans
brawlers.
out a little bit. If you
This is
hit
beautiful.
Right down the middle, it's still going to take several goes. It's still a
So
good first
they're
pick,
gonna
don't
pick
get me
like
wrong, but
Angelo.
It seems like that's probably what they were intending to
Maybe
go, and
not.
maybe
They're
counting
probably
on
gonna
being
pick
banned by the left-hand side is a
Juju.
little extra legwork.
Ollie,
Hey,
okay.
There's a Gene and Ollie. Ollie, we've already seen what he can do. Okay.
I don't know if
He's
that's
good
I don't know if that's the
all-around
one
brawler.
because Ollie's gonna
He
get hit
faltered
by
in
the
last
shade
one,
feeding
but
a
that was
super,
because,
therefore
he
lost.
just wasn't getting that support. Like individually on the stats, Ollie was doing pretty well. Like Ollie and Meg were both doing their thing. It was just Lou that wasn't able to cut the mustard because he had
Please pick tick. One of y'all, please pick
But
tick.
with this
Do you have a tick
Gene,
support in the chat? I don't think they're going to be picking.
it will
Well,
counter out a
the
possible
red team
win
could
for
pick
Carl,
tick. I don't think the left
because you
team will
have
pick
that
tick.
CC, you're able to pull them out of position, stuff like that.
Red team's going to
Is
pick
for BC Gaming.
Bell.
Is, pretty decent last
Ash.
pick, and also keeps them relatively safe against throwers, unless of course Ash throws down that rat, and you're not going to be able to grab him through those.
It's an aggressive strategy on the right-hand end. I'm curious what they pair this with, because often we see things like a Kit go with Daryl or Ollie. They still have that option open, and North America is definitely about it in the past. I like this Ash pick, though, in general. I think it's an underrated option here on Layer Cake, especially into these other tanks that you're going to see. Gets a good strike. This map isn't necessarily some wide-open map unless wall break gets in the equation, too, so I think this actually fits Ash pretty well.
Poco.
We've seen in previous months as well.
Poco Loco?
To go for Poco.
Brother.
I think makes sense just given the strategy they're going for. I mean, clearly they want to enable these more aggressive brawlers. They want
Okay,
Shade
so
to
they go
take off,
Poco
they
to
want
cancel
Ash to
out
take off,
Ollie's,
get up in the enemy faces, and
stuff,
Poco's gonna sit
but-
back, play some musical tunes and heal up his teammates.
I think it's also difficult to go the most effective counter to Poco right now, which is B, because BC Gaming don't have any.
B
wall
is the
break
most effective
in
counter
order
to Poco.
Make that a viable option. So this is going to be a tricky one for
Cam
BC
is the
Gaming.
pick,
How do
says
we do
Peniel.
something that counters that Poco and also
I think this is
somehow
like Mortis
enables
free and Zamp
Mortis is the route that they have
gets it
decided to take.
on the
Okay.
nail.
So the way that the Mortis is going to operate,
Patchy
here is
Mortis
to
or
target that
Evex
Poco,
Mortis.
Go towards the back lines. It's going to be difficult for him to face against Shade because Shade can literally sit inside of a wall. I guess they decided that this is
Okay.
their
Well,
most
I'm gonna be
effective
honest.
option here into the Poco.
This isn't-
and,
You're saying it's
beyond
Mortis free,
that,
but I
that
don't.
blue star for
As a
free
Mortis main
can
myself,
force the pace of this
facing
match,
an
making it
Ash,
so that STMN
even a
is going
Poco
for
can heal, and a
I
Shade
think this
literally
is
can go in a wall.
tricky
So
spot to be in, to be honest with you, 'cause
I don't know,
STMN's
but Patchy
strategy
Mortis,
is,
please.
while obvious,
Evex
not easy
Mortis,
to deal
okay.
with, and you brought
They're
up right
both good
away, even if
Mortises.
They want to go something like a B maybe. Well, they've got
So they got the
spotters
blue
that
star.
Ash has on the
Now
map. It's
Shade
gonna
just
be
wants a
Poco,
super.
but,
Shade, that's
you know,
all he
Shade
wants.
runs
That's why he's
through
going
walls.
so
What are you
aggressive
really
right now.
gonna do? You're gonna have less angles.
Okay,
I'm curious to see how this one
boom.
goes down, 'cause Mortis
He
on
did get
paper,
hit.
At least, obviously, it's not the easiest
Look at
brawler in
that
the world to
quick
pop off with.
speed.
Does make sense to some of these brawlers.
Oh, we got hit by the Poco. That's not good.
Well, let's see where Evex
Oh, we got hit by the
is gonna
Poco
find that
again.
opening.
So he's already half
Versus
health
Typo.
going into the match.
Just thinking
Oh,
about it,
oh,
Diego Gamer kind of left,
oh.
hung out to dry on the left side. Steel gets the
You
kill
can-
as
you coulda
well.
killed the
We
Shade.
see Patchy get appropriate damage on Steel.
Patchy.
He's not able to escape. He can get the
Alright,
lineup.
good kill,
Pain
good kill.
Knew better than to go all out and try to get that kill because he would have been taken down with a shot from Patchy. Excellent interaction here from BC Gaming and really well played by Patchy.
BC's substitute responsible for a blue star and has the kill for them. So
Okay, he's going into the Ash, and he gets a super, and he dies because Ash heals. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Ash is not, like, the best Mortis guy ever, because, like,
Nice tag there, Pain forced away.
Ash's
No
heals, I'm assuming it's a gadget. I
Patchy
still
smells
have never
blood in the
figured
water.
out
He's
Ash.
gonna go for it.
Patchy somehow doesn't get the
He goes
shade.
down.
That's kind of like
A
cheating.
blunder coming out out here.
Why is he
It leads to a
dashing
team wipe for
into all that?
STMN.
It doesn't
He's
kill
playing a
them. It
brawler
just
that
takes
came
the
out
damage.
after he retired from
You
competitive Brawl
could have
Stars. It just follows that
definitely
you
not
might
got hit
make
by
a
that. I
mistake
think. I don't know.
like
I'm just not going to
where
talk. Like, I'm
you're
not trying to be
unable
rude, but.
attack during your super, and you're
Okay,
not
so
able
this is
to
what you
take
got to
all three
do.
of those
You got to
shots.
go on the Ash, yeah, and then you got to
But
super onto him, but like,
here comes Taco
even that's not going to work.
taking down Evex,
Yeah.
especially with the assistance
Okay,
of
it was just a
Steel,
bad start.
That
Don't worry.
hypercharge out of Poco.
Don't worry, Team Mortis, you got
STMN
this. Don't
rolling
give up.
through this one. We saw moments of
What the
greatness from BCB,
heck?
but it
Alright,
just
sorry.
wasn't enough. I think that STMN drafted them into a corner.
I agree. I think
Not gonna lie, Steel
kind of
looks like
BGT.
BGT.
It has to have perfect matchups. That's just the way it goes. We're gonna have to either see some adjustments for BC Gaming or maybe a little less careless with these.
Ash
stars.
is bad
It's
into Mortis?
diving in.
I don't think so, brother.
Star. That's something you talked about before. It's just.
I mean, I probably shouldn't be talking. I'm not the pro here, but.
The dash, they're able to get that.
Oh, it's.
It's nice at least for the beginning.
Oh,
but you
okay. One more hit and he gets a super or not.
Needs as
Okay.
much help as he could get here. He was deep in the back lines, while his
Good try,
enemies,
good try, good
or
try.
rather his teammates were getting pummeled.
Okay,
back
so what would
in
I do here as the
spawn.
Mortis?
It's 3v4
Go straight onto. I'll just go
once
straight onto
again.
Poco. Don't get
STMN
chipped.
just
Okay, there you go.
Excellent pull
That's
there.
actually better
Patching
because I
out
didn't think about the pull.
He's gonna be
Somehow the
taken
Poco
over by
didn't
that
get
gadget from Steel
thingied.
that
I guess because it's the
cancels
gadget.
out
Now that
any
I'm thinking about it,
negative effects.
makes a lot of
As Pain
sense.
continue to
Don't
kinda
go in
spank
when
them
there's a
on the bottom
shade
left. Nothing that they
right
can
next
really
to
do
you.
against this guy who's trapped inside the wall.
What?
Oh, when
Okay, you
he's
gotta just walk
rapidly
forward.
firing
Oh
away. Look at
goodness,
these supers he's
it's just
cycling. Pain's
Pain
moving a
is
million miles
doing
an
a
hour.
lot.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Oh my
And they hit
goodness.
here. 6 left, and they hit 20.
Okay, yeah.
The fact that that speed stacks is just hilarious. He was rewarded very
Not the best
very
Mortis play, but in
handsomely for his
general,
efforts
like,
over there, keeping
I don't
their
think that's a
enemies on the back
great
lines.
Mortis
Once
game. Like,
again,
I don't
you
know.
got to see the
Not
power
against
of
Shade.
Poco
Like,
over here. Doesn't really matter.
a great Mortis
That's
game is
all
when
he
all
has.
three
The
brawlers are
ability to
countered, but
hypnotize you
like
when
Shade is a
one
definitely a
brawler
hard
can
counter to
cancel
Mortis.
it all
Not
out.
hard.
That
It's
is why
pretty
Poco
countered.
is
Yeah.
such a focus, and he's
You have to keep track of his
brawler in the
supers and how
forefront of
much
the
super he
tournament.
has, but
How did
definitely could have played
STMN
better.
prepare for today?
Mortis was not the
I want
worst in
someone
the world
they're
there.
having,
Just could have played a little
honestly,
better,
they
maybe.
looked phenomenal. And it
Loki was an
looks
Edgar
like
game,
they
but
took
Edgar
the
can't
time
kill
or something.
Shade,
That was one of
but
the quickest bounty sets we've
it wouldn't
seen
have been terrible.
all weekend, combined with last week.
The reason they
So
lost
that
is zero
Shade's
counter for
first
Shade.
pick worked out perfectly.
What counter Shade,
And on the other
Evex?
side,
I mean, not
yes,
Evex,
Ken,
Zam.
you mentioned
What
Mortis
counter
needs
Shade?
good matchups, but it was the last pick. So you
Looks like BC Gaming is nothing without Vegeta. I mean, Vegeta. I mean, I don't know where Vegeta is if he's on like on vacation, but like if he wants his team to win, like if he wants to be a pro, he's got to take it more seriously. Like you got to be. You can't just not. You can't just not play.
Again, very intentionally. They removed
And I'm
3
sure he
ballers
wants
they
to
felt
play,
like were
but
gonna get
maybe,
paid
I don't
for him
know.
to deal with. And also another underrated part of this combo. Poco into the ollie.
I still believe.
That gadget interaction was really clever. We talk about.
You're joking?
Poco with
Well,
the
Edgar
Lou
can be good, you know.
oftentimes
I
being
don't know if you're
direct
joking.
answer. That was a really nice play thing that not
There's a
only
misconception
able
that
to
Hank counters
composition,
Shade, but it
also
doesn't.
dealt with the enemy side so well. I mean, BC Gaming are playing with the substitute. Sure, you can make excuses a little
Okay.
bit if you want. Totally fair. These last 2 sets have come down to drafts. I mean, there's no way around.
I don't know if Hank gets countered by Shade, but I know that
STMN
Hank
just outdrafted
at
him
least is
completely. Even
neutral.
the
I
first
would
opening
assume.
of
Like if
Fight
I was
could
placing a
argue
Shade,
that
like
STMN had the better draft. It was a very close one. They at least won a game. BC Gaming
But I
was
don't know.
just mechanically still a bit more advanced, it seems. And sorry, I was just laughing because you were
Ollie
saying,
Jean was a
"Oh,
weird
they
2-3
banned
into
out
Shade
three balls
1.
that could have
Yeah.
been a pain
Well, we got Hard
for
Wreck mine now.
game on that Shade." Haha.
You gotta go
I'm
Bo.
turning
You
into
gotta
a Rose
go
already. You
B.
take over.
You gotta go Stu
Turn 30 today too, or
for the
Yeah,
middle.
It's kind of my job to
Not
make the
quite.
horribly cheesy jokes here. You know what? We all get to have our
Shade can't kill
gimmick here,
Hank.
except for Kenny.
Mm.
Of course, that's kind of an OG
gimmick.
one, by the way.
Hank, yeah, he can kill
Going back
Shade.
to-
Most of us, though.
Going back to 2022.
no follow-up questions at this time.
Yeah. No,
Do we still have to say our
let's
rank
talk
after
about
we say
draft. How
something,
about
Win
that?
DBS?
You got 3
No, you don't have
bands
to,
that
you
we're
don't have
waiting
to.
for. One that I would not be surprised to see is, of course, the Loon. Sunny, I know that you've been like hoping and praying that we see it go unbanned once again.
I really do. So far, a 0% win rate for Lumi. She's been banned out 99.999% over all of the regions. Let's see if she's
Really,
gonna
Lumi
do
has
it.
been banned?
Would
I guess it's
bet
pretty
a
good.
lot on saying no to
Lumi's
that.
banned
She's
again. We
banned
got
out,
Buzz
so
and
I win
Janet
that.
also banned.
We're heading into draft
Stu,
now. Buzz and Janet
Lou,
are also banned out,
and
so
Max.
Janet
Okay,
has
they're gonna
been
pick Bo.
showing
Someone's
up
gonna
as
pick
the
Bo.
most
Someone's gonna
brawlers
pick Bo.
on a gem grab because she's just a phenomenal gem carry, can get out of harm's way pretty easily. And then Stu, Lou, and Max banned out on the other side. We still have some long-ranged options here in the mix. Bell, for example, Gus has been a pretty good gem carry in the previous meta. I don't know if he's still picked up that often here, Kenny.
Chester.
Chester's the first pick. Very standard. Makes a lot of sense.
Someone's gonna pick Bo.
Tank gives you a nice hypercharge. It's one of the better ones in the game, I think, right now, especially at a professional level. A couple other standard early picks, I would say, that are still open for grabs. Carl on the table, Buster out there, and Ollie as well in this region in particular, I would say shows up a little bit more. I don't know if that's necessarily the early pick for STMN here, especially when they're facing down at Chester, but just a few of the common ones I would say we see here already.
Okay, 2 and 3. Lots of options that you just listed that are completely viable.
Juju.
Some things have kind of come out
Really?
as well, as we saw in the last
Okay.
one, Shade being the first overall pick. We'll see Juju now. Juju has an interesting one here because, as with pretty much any brawler in the game, can be really good or really bad. We've actually gotten to see a bit of both, especially last month where she was picked in just about every set where she was left unbanned. The thing is here, she does have extended range when she's sitting in that grass. And would you believe it, there's a lot of that grass on Hard Rock Mine.
I told you.
In terms
Told you.
of her other utility,
Bo.
she's kind of lacking
Okay.
in range when she makes any meaningful shots in terms of dealing damage to the enemy team. With this bow coming out, though, it seems like STMN is quite set on what their mid selection is going to be. They've left themselves.
You get the Shade information from your Shade main teammate? Okay, so apparently
or aggressive
something about Hank does not counter Shade.
Really interesting
from Shade main.
because we started so standard, and then we go Juju and Bo, which are good brawlers so right now, don't get me wrong, but especially for a 2-3 turn.
Rico best on this map? Well, Rico's open.
Gray!
Gray! I called it as well. I mentioned it. I mean, I know I mentioned a couple brawlers, but Bo, Gray. Wait, did I mention Gray? No, I think I mentioned Stu. Okay, okay.
Allowing you to cut the time it would take for you to just walk up naturally.
This is a good. That's a good pick because they have a thrower. He's a gem carrier. Now, last pick you pick an aggro. See, they have one tank counter, they have one controller, and they're gonna have one aggressive brawler. That's the balance that you want.
I think another part of the mentality here is like, hey, let's put Patchy on something that he's comfortable.
I don't know what does well into Bo mid. To be honest, they might just need speed or run down.
I think
yeah,
either or,
Bo mid is like.
I don't know if y'all remember like when Gray first.
If I was
came out,
to
but
say
this is
like,
the thing that you
Bo gets
did.
countered by
Now,
tanks
at that
apparently,
time,
so like a
the
tank
teleport
mid,
was instant, like you can
but not
stand on
really.
top
I don't
of
know.
him and
Honestly,
just
that's why
stand
Bo's
forward, so Gray
such a good pick because I don't know what the heck
Jackie
counters him.
was,
Nothing
basically
counters him.
everywhere. But Gray is still going to be a good comfort brawler.
Maybe just like
perhaps for Patchy.
Honestly, Gray could work just because it's like
get someone all the way
movement based.
Like
I don't know.
out, Kenny. You can show up there with the respawn.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking
as
about.
well. You can
They have a
sit
surge.
on top of a teleport that's placed right at the respawn. Your teammate can prime the teleport for you, the hypercharge one that goes into mid as well. So I'm seeing potential here. It's going to come down to that early game execution in terms of the Gray though.
Surge is the answer into that Jackie. That's going to be what they're looking for. So
Nah,
Surge
do like his Gray pick.
He's going to be able to get past that tier 1 stage. At tier 1, one of the worst brawlers in the game, honestly. But once you get to that tier 2, heck, tier 3, tier 4.
W2F are these comps?
level,
well,
he's a real problem to deal with. So we're
they're
seeing
pros
back
for a
and
reason.
forth.
I just probably wouldn't go Jackie.
And a really good
but
job by all of our teams so far today. Haven't felt like
I would have went like
STMN
Buster or
taking
something.
off the last two couple drafts here,
So they're placing the totem really back all the way there, and then just all right, boom. He has 2 hits to his super. Why are they just chilling there? Like what the flippity flip flop? They don't get super from that. They just I don't know why they're sitting there. So like what's Surge's plan? Like if I was Surge, I would start like invading their territory, but apparently that's not the plan. Oh, there he goes. Okay, now he's going in. So why did he wait? Like I don't understand that. Okay, interesting.
Which he's quite comfortable with by the looks of things.
Now he's invading, and now they're winning. He's going a little too aggressive now. He got hit, and that's a free kill.
He's well on his way also to getting that hypercharge. This is sort of the halfway.
But here's the bow. Here's the power of the bow. Full health, so much damage. Taco's going in, bang, and he gets away with it. Ooh, Patchy doesn't know he's not there. Here's Gree, causing problems. Taco still hasn't used his super. He's saving it for something. For this,
8 gems and counting.
He knocks him into the wall, doesn't get the knockback.
The TP in from Patchy. It's so coordinated. Payne trying to tank as much as he can.
Can he get away?
Gree and snaps up all of those gems. What a defense and excellent timing on the use of that super. We'll see also Taco snag that.
Okay, all they need is one more gem, but Evex is coming in, and that's a bit of a sussy, dussy, bussy, Jesse super.
This could be devastating.
Okay.
Only a couple more gems for Tacos to pick up.
They have to work together. They have TPs for movement, but they do have a
They still
big
have to be
boss
concerned about
surge
this TP
as
from
the...
Evex, who has the hyper ready.
Oh, he actually gets through. Wow. Okay, he gets the reset. Now, what is he going to do? We need another,
a real hero in that moment.
another fighting.
With the super
Another
They have to get the teammates through there
fight.
quickly. They've got the bow mines
Okay,
on the
Evek's
ground.
gonna come in.
Gonna be trying this once again, and he's stepping directly on every single one of those. A walking cane missed. Stamina top right-hand side corner. Tacos with the
power of the bow. The power of the bow.
I know that Pioneers are a punch in the air right now. They are hoping that
Grigri is
STMN
actually pronounced Gregory. So is the name Gregory? Ashlyn is the one who told me it's Grigri, so I just followed whatever Ashlyn said. Basically, gem grab is a tie until someone grabs the other team's gems, so they just can't push and don't overextend.
They have to win a monthly final,
Really?
which
Is that...
would make
That's really how it's
unlikely
played.
Things have to happen in one day. First of
Okay.
all, BC Gaming lose a quarterfinal, and
So they just
second of
can't
all,
push and don't
Tribe Gaming
overextend.
lose a grand final, but at least it would be possible.
Well, look, they're overextending now.
Right now, just one game
So, like, when do you
separates
overextend?
STMN
Like,
as well
when do
from the
you
semifinals
overextend,
advancement.
Zem?
Steal for now.
Okay,
Holding
so
2 of the gems. Mine's already
now
on the
they're just
ground.
camping.
Patchy will trigger the first. Diego Gamer in the mid, trying to deter STMN from getting any closer. They've got the range from Pain, who will rotate to this right-hand side, long up the extra range shots because of that.
Here goes
Just
Evex.
getting right on
No,
in there. Tacos
Evex.
just
Weather,
just
what are
one
you
rather quickly,
doing?
rather
Like, you know he's
aggressive.
gonna knock you back. Just stand right next to the
Here
wall.
comes Diego
Burst
Gamer,
him.
but shut down by Pain in close range. The Grigri tanked all the damage for Juju.
You may not kill him, but at least he'll get him one shot.
But here comes Evex. Nothing. Just feeding.
Is
the
it
enemy
Evex?
at this
Reddy
point.
says not the
BC
type of guy
Gaming
to
are
mispronounce a
scrambling
name,
to
so
find
maybe it
some
might be
semblance
Evex.
of control, but I feel like defeat is already starting to set in because they're using the odd strategy of filing in one by
Whenever
one.
you go in, whenever they get vision,
Diego
usually, or
Gamer
just when
to
someone
come
uses
back
ammo or
and
makes a
start
mistake.
getting,
Okay.
care of this right side because Pain is
Here
becoming
comes
a huge issue.
Evex.
And Tacos able to clean up there. Now a dive in once again.
Okay, he gets away with it. This is their moment.
Tacos goes down.
Diego Gamer needs to heal.
Has to run forward. Activates a gadget to try and stay up a
Beautiful.
little bit
This is
longer.
really
Evex
good
with
for
the pull available too.
BC.
This all of a sudden just got real
No.
interesting ready.
Evex looks
No.
for the kill on Tacos,
There you
who
go.
got the super just in the nick of time. But
Honestly,
he
get out of
couldn't
there,
get
Evex.
onto Evex and get the elimination. Evex down to very low HP.
TP out.
He's got those 2 gems. Nice attempt at a long pull
Beautiful.
there from Patchy. It kept him stunned just long enough for Diego Gamer to help finish off that kill. This is a hypercharged super available to Patchy. He's still got plenty of defensive abilities over here. Goes over to the left, now moves over to the right to body block.
Okay.
So Tacos can't get the takedown. BC Gaming prolonged the match point and continued
Even
this
without
set.
Vegeta, they're still in it.
BC Gaming in an interesting spot.
Cheese Strat with
I feel
Jackie
like
Gray
going
in
into this
2025 is
year, we know
crazy.
them as the second place team in the region right
Now that I think
but
about it, that's probably why they
I
picked
feel like
Jackie.
They haven't necessarily had
Yeah.
the pressure of
So I would go Gray
to
here,
be
but I
a
wouldn't think like,
top-tier
oh,
team
you know,
towards
guys,
the
pick a
expectations
tank.
for
Now I'm gonna take
well,
that into my
Tribal
ranked
team
games. Like,
in the
okay, if I pick
preseason,
Gray
it
here,
was all
pick
the
like a
historical teams,
some
the
like
SSGs,
something that can
the
get
KCPs
use a
of the world
TP.
that were expected to be here.
Okay, let's see.
And
So
now
they start the
with
match and they're
Walkup
both
on
camping in the middle.
line,
So like, why doesn't like?
in, and you're facing
I guess they're just waiting. You know what? That's what it is.
Second
They're
match
waiting to
point.
see which lane the Jackie's gonna go into, so that Surge can go into that lane.
Well, let's see if they can get off to a good beginning. Patchy
Great
gets the double
pull.
tap on Steel. That's exactly what he needed. Evex, of course, going to fall. He's just there to create that pressure. Once Patchy gets that first teleport, that's when BC Gaming can really get this ball rolling. But the pressure
Okay,
is now
Tacos has
starting
a
to come
super.
down upon Tacos. Thankfully, Diego Gamer was able to peel
Who's my
him
third
from
least
his
favorite
own
brawler?
so
It's
continuous
Surge,
positions
Rico,
with
and then
Diego Gamer and Patchy are able to both try and get some hits.
Surge,
on
Rico,
him.
and then
Patchy's got to be a couple shots away. No, just one, and he's got the TP now. This is perfect for
like
Jackie.
Barry.
Now gets to start
It's
applying that
Barry.
pressure to Steel.
Barry, Gus, and then Stu.
Bo's got the mines down, covering up the teleport. So if Vex wants to go through, he better be quick with it. Tacos holding on to this right hand.
Okay, we have the
side against
TP for
Vex.
the
Direct
Jackington.
counter into Jackie. It's the one
Right now, the
problem
gems are on the
Patchy's
board.
just kind of
Patchy
in
can't
and
walk
out.
up
They're
because of
looking
that
for an
surge. He
opportunity
goes
to move forward.
Evex,
Triggering
free
all those mines, goes
kill,
to the pool.
but not
Pain in
free. It
trouble.
costs him his
Grigri
life.
receiving heavy fire as well, and
Nice
Diego
pull,
Gamer
gets 2
in great
hits. He
position.
technically could TP, but
Tacos
no,
still
don't
holds
do
his
that.
ground in the mid, though, so they will hold those
Fortunately,
gems
that
for now.
bow gets 2
Gotta
hits
give
on
credit
him.
to Patchy because he is hitting these shots reliably. When it comes to the hooks, he's got great
All
accuracy.
right.
Oh, but he's gonna get stunned.
I didn't even know that
Takedown
mine was
for
there, and I could see
Tacos.
them.
Steel taking full advantage.
Okay.
Charge out. That's perfect timing. It almost
no
peeled long
damage.
enough for Patchy to get right back into mid, but he's not going to be able to do so. Best he can do is another...
Well, folks, it looks like BZ's done. Hold on, they're all going. Wait, they can all go at the same time. I actually really didn't really know that.
MX can't go through there. He's got to bait those mines.
Okay, it's actually doable. It's really doable. It's
Tuckers
really
and Steel
doable.
Now taking down Diego Gamer. Body
It's
block.
really
The pain.
doable.
MX
Oh
dodges the last shot
my
from Juju,
goodness,
and they're running all the way
BC
home.
Gaming.
Right-hand side.
The power of the
Quickly
gray
with the
Jackie
down.
Cheese.
Jumping forward, BC Gaming. a heroic
Wow.
effort to try and extend
Every
this
time
divide.
Evex TPs, he just uses speed straight through the mines.
Long range, Diego Gamer in trouble.
Body
Has to
blocks
dodge,
for
and he
him.
does.
Wow.
BC Gaming delivers in the final moments.
He's crying. What are the, what?
MX can't believe it.
Oh,
It's a set
Oh,
5
sorry.
coming in. BC
That's just his
Gaming
normal
are
face.
not done
they won
yet.
30-70 comp.
And Pioneers probably got to take a look away from the screen, take a little lap around
So you're
the
saying
world, each of
BC
them,
had 30%
because
win, they had
that
70%
amount
based
of,
on comp?
I'm sure the disappointment in this moment is immeasurable. It's not over
I
yet.
feel like Surge
but
wasn't
to know
necessary,
that your
but
dreams were just that
you coulda went
far
something else.
away has got to hurt.
Avex can't believe it. Neither can I, honestly. What just happened in those last seconds? Pain
Wow.
was absolutely rolling over them with his shade. And then in the last minutes,
My
Diego
third
Gamer
favorite brawler,
and Avex saving the dream for BC
you know,
Gaming.
it might
They
be
were
great.
So close to losing.
It used to be Miko,
That's
but Miko, I'm just not good at him
to
anymore.
Pioneers potentially.
It's Mortis, Buzz, and then
And
Gray.
Pioneers must be so upset at this point. STMN, they have to move on into a set number 5, even though they already have to count down here in Jam Grab, Kenny.
I mean, it was so close. And I think if you're KCP, obviously, you're disappointed. STMN not out of it yet. That's how close it was, though. BC Gaming had to face down 2 match points. And I can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough. They're playing with the substitute. They've been the second place team in the past. But now here we are, month number 3, Brawl Cup on the line. And Patchy's hanging in there. The retired guy hanging in there. Good work. And now to set 5. Highest pressure of the...
Okay. While they're waiting for the next match, we're going to play a game. Apparently I'm in Zem's queue, and it might take a minute, but you know what? I actually like that. So if it's going to take a minute, let's put this thing out then.
Members, a retired
Aw,
member,
man.
a legend in North American Brawl Stars, has returned to fill the spot of Vegeta. There's too much at play here. I'm glad that we made it all the way to set 5.
I just got a message from social media. Don't you wish that? Well, we'll see if we're gonna go all the way.
Should I even play this? Because,
Best
alright, well, we're already in it.
5 that is played all the way to the last map here, whoever wins the first 3 sets is gonna move on. For BC Gaming, it would mean going into Brawl Cup, going to Dallas, and participate on the global stage. And for STMN, it would just mean playing spoiled sports and still enable Pioneers to do just that. Heading into out in the open now, it's knockout Kenny, so I'm sure in North America we're gonna see another draw here.
Oh, I mean, we might. Some wild stuff's happened this weekend. The fact that 32 of 35 sets happened yesterday, the only reason I'm so quick to say no is just because that's unheard of in the BSC. That's just hyper competitive. In North America, certainly delivering that so far. This is only quarterfinal number 3, and we've still got some storylines to go throughout the day. No Kit in the equation, Daryl alongside him. Oftentimes they are a dynamic duo. Buster out of the picture, and finally Meeple showing up.
This guy just picked
Meeple
Ollie with no
showing
star
up
power, no
in
gadgets.
other regions. I was curious how North America were going to adapt to it, and this is the map where they're going to bring out Hank too. I mean, Hank's entered the band stage, hasn't necessarily been played as much, I would say, here in North America so far today. So this is 2 very different compositions. We have stereotypical sharpshooter ready on the right-hand side, and then we have the new age Meeple plus Hank.
And I feel like Gray has got to be part of this conversation as well. He works very well with both of these. A lot of times you'll see the mansions of Meeple come up, then Gray hits the hook, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know, GG go next. We know that BC Gaming are capable of playing that Gray, as we have seen just observed. Now STMN are keeping this in their minds, probably thinking of how they're going to deal with the tanks and how they're going to deal with something that could teleport in on them. RT is a response to that. That's a target that you can never, ever teleport onto because he's going to split top half from bottom half, become 2 Jackies, 1 shot you, and get a 3 kill there. So that's cool. You know, that's one method of dealing with this. They also have to make sure that they don't overstep their bounds. I think RT is probably the safest pick they could have gone for here. Just one more second to decide on what they're going to do.
Well, this kind of stinks.
Okay. The logical response to this...
I don't want to play Melody or Stu.
I could see it. I think they just need some range. There's kind of computing there.
Yeah, this guy has nothing on Ollie. I have to play the Ollie, I think. Hopefully he switches with me. If I'm on Melody, it's done so. I can't switch. I'm done. I don't know how to play this.
For opening up a wall if you need to on your side. We saw SK Gaming pull this off in the EMEA region
Dude,
last week.
what
so
the heck, man? No, switch with me. Switch. Yes.
Is the direction
Fine,
they
fine.
are headed. Squeak is going to be good for getting some long-range damage. That gadget is quite effective. Can compete it.
Alright, I'm the Ollie. I'm the Ollie.
But most
Kenji Rico,
really
collect. Kenji
above
Rico,
all,
collect.
it's
Kenji
just
Rico,
the
collect.
fact that
Kenji Rico,
Squeak is
collect.
going to have that area control. I think
Kenji
that
Rico,
Squeak
collect.
should be able to put that one kill quite frankly really well. And I'm curious to see how these games are exactly going to take down. But what I expect is that the Elgin kills will have swing on the right side, and we'll see Squeak have that responsibility to take down.
Set 5. BC Gaming. Brawl cut in the balance. Tacos in the mid. And Stamina trying to play spoiler and get a little bit of revenge from some Tacos. Making another good couple tags. Patchy down 1 over the back. Switch of kill though. Despite all the damage incoming, they're the ones with the hot shot.
Bang.
Wow, and another one onto Pain. STMN are dropping like flies. Of course, it would be Pearl, the last one alive. Responsibility to not die. It's a little bit difficult to die as Pearl when you do have that shield up. When you're the last one standing, you're just fodder to that was unlikely to break ground. But they managed to catch the enemy in a great position. Didn't trap Tacos necessarily in the mansions, but they did get him there on the right side. Patchy now with the mansions, and Steel taken down. What? A preemptive super placed down before he even got the gadget.
How often do you see that? Maybe that was just a little trickery. I don't even know. It's not often that you see super big gadget. It's gadget super combination. Perfectly
We win.
from Patchy. Tacos goes down, and BC Gaming all of a sudden with a match point.
That just felt a little wrong, though, you know, to see the wall piercing.
They're watching Toxic
super
Genie, so you
come
can't
out
get
and-
viewers. 1.9K on Toxic Genie. What if we just
It's
watch
like
Toxic
making a
Genie
sandwich,
stream?
except you, like, put the bread on lag.
What if we just watch Toxic Genie
Order.
stream?
It was, yeah, pretty much. Like, why? But you know what? I suppose it worked. People was not expecting that gadget to come down. She was really trying to flee for her life. STMN had been walked all over. Now we're trying to establish the consistency. I can say that the first play, 100% of the time, with these only 2 rounds, so small sample size, came down to catch the
Beautiful.
Could have just been a beautiful mistake. You never know. Would love to know from Patchy later on if that was the intention or not. And Meeple being a long-range defender from the straight inside. The sharpshooter Angelo just has the distance. He's one of the better, if not the best sharpshooters in the game right now. For the first time in a while, STMN have a little pressure built up. They've got their feet in the middle of the map. They're occupying a lot of space. They're spacing on top of that. They see they're going to have to break through something.
Dang it, man.
More shots could do it. Next gonna try and get up there. The additional reload helped him get that bubble sooner. Looking for the last one. Pain actually gets a takedown. The Patchy's holding shot. Deals the killing blow. It's just Tacos left. Has a chance to survive, but only deals enough, which is an impossibility. 1 round for BC Gaming to take it.
That was the first time BC had to contend for a round, and they just found a way. Pain was distracted all the way. Max management was like really difficult. Now the right inside. He's like to pick up the gadget and then finds a cutoff point. Control features with Squeak and Pain.
Yes, Stu, just pick up the trash.
Perfectly covers it.
STMN getting aggressive.
Let's go. Beautiful.
That is going to wear off in just a few seconds. BC Gaming have been forced out of position. Their utility. They have 3 supers at their disposal. It's survivability for Evex. It's
Alright.
Diego. For Patchy, it's the ability to shoot through a wall and easily take down someone that he catches in that gadget. But it's not going to be anyone.
So BC's winning? So BC is one. Basically is what I'm coming back to. BC is one.
STMN might be able to survive a little bit longer this time. That's big damage on Steel.
Bang! Bang!
BC Gaming had them all
No!
low. Just a little
The
bit
pearl's
of health
broken.
left on each one of them. Patchy, the last one standing.
Oh,
There's
oh.
one, but he can't get 2 or 3.
Oh boy. 1-1 overall. Still match point for BC Gaming. A round 3 victory here would carry them over into the semifinals. Patchy building a mansion here in the middle of our map, covering up some of that grass. It's going to make it a little bit easier to get some vision on Tacos and his teammates. Steel hidden in the left-hand side, just trying to charge up. Pearl is the perfect passive-aggressive brawler. You're going to take that time to make sure you can do enough damage into the enemy side, and then you're just going to pepper him down.
This sort of slow approach from STMN was quite successful in the last one.
Okay, if I was the Hank,
STMN
yeah, I'd just
also
chill
have
here.
the room to back up now, thanks to some of that wall.
Because I don't want to
that we
feed any
saw from
supers.
Steel. It
But this
was
Pearl's
price
gonna
that
cause
he paid
problems.
In terms of oven heat.
We just kind of wasted our
Giving
slow,
a big
though.
advantage to Tacos,
Because
and
now when we
allows
actually
not
need
just
it, it's
Angelo
not going to be
now
there.
to effectively back up. It's another gadget out from Patchy that hasn't been successful. He went 2 for 2 in game number 1. Has not been successful just yet in this third.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm really just waiting for
Evex still alive. It's only Steel
Tribe
and
Gaming.
Tacos to take down Patchy. Looks like they'll be able
Wow.
to do it. Evex with only
Wait.
2k health to his
Ooh,
name.
okay.
And
Okay,
STMN
okay.
bring us to a double match point.
Okay.
Here we go again. It's just a common theme this week already. We are really
Okay.
here.
We're going to see who's going to move on
It's just been
right
incredible
now.
performances all around. Even no matter
Who's it
how
going to be?
good drafts
Out of
are,
everything you guys seen, who is it going to be?
the mechanics coming
Patchy's playing Meeple terribly right now, says Zemp.
Just were the difference maker in that game number 1. We need to see Patchy get some trapping if you're a BC Gaming fan. If you're on the other end, you want to see Pain keep tapping away at the other side.
Biggest difference
Okay,
is
Meeple
when
getting a couple hits. They're trapped. He's not trapped because he can go on water. Okay, Evex has now has bush control. It's all on BC. They have full control right now. This is really good. Now the only way that they can escape is through those bushes, and he breaks them. This is full control, but a little bit too much control. I think Evex is going a little aggressive, and bang! He's dead. Patchy's on fire, and it's all over. Okay, for the first round. It's not the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, they just went too aggressive. They had control, but too aggressive, young man. Too aggressive.
Huge difference because either they were going to connect with 2 enemy brawlers and have some serious damage dealt.
Okay.
On that left-hand side, they could have
Angelo super, RT super. RT super is probably going to be useless. Angelo, though, got that poison. If I were playing, how would I win this? Diego Gamer, Squeak. Is this really difficult? Okay, now, but they still, it's just the Angelo. They should really be banning Angelo. Like, it's so powerful. Like, what are they going to do about that? Okay. I would not be going in right now, Evex, because your team just got hit. You're kind of alone now. You're kind of on fire now. Not yet. Oh, actually, he is on fire. Patchy with the Meeple. You know, Meeple, I want to play Meeple because it's literally auto-aim season. Like, look at this. Look at this auto-aim.
Whoa, he's in the Matrix. He can't be hit.
Ooh, can the Squeak hit him? Nah. But he can with the super. Wow. It is a 2v1. Oh my goodness, is this going to come down to the final match of knockout? That is, like, imagine you're in this game, like, my hands would be sweating. I'd be so nervous. Just one round, like, nothing else matters. Just win this one round and you get prize money, you get Brawl Cup. How do you win this? Not by losing positioning like this. This is not okay. This is really not okay. I would walk up right, like Patchy and Evex is to walk up together. Uh-oh. No, Evex, put your bubble up, buddy. Why are you using super? Oh. Unless he was trying to, like, get Meeple to, like, make him shoot through the walls or something. You can easily get out of this, Evex. Just back up. Everyone heal. Everyone heal. Diego. It's over. They did it. They did it.
It's over. BC Gaming.
BC.
Has risen here in North America. Their first ever LAN. What are we looking at, Patchy?
So they're going to the Brawl Cup in Dallas.
Happy birthday, brother. He's got a nice win for himself. Help BC Gaming out. I mean,
GG's to BC.
came down to the
Patchy finally cooking? Yeah.
last game. A marquee victory, and honestly, this one's got to mean more than any of getting to the grand finals that these guys have had in the past. The most adversity that they faced was in this match right here, taking on STMN,
Wow.
securing themselves a Brawl Cup, and doing so with a substitute. Can't illustrate enough. That is a crazy feat to pull off.
So far, so good in North America. Another set 5 played out and another double match point from those two. Honestly, you got to feel for STMN though here. They would have had the chance to finally move into a semi-final, but not managed to do that last month. And they had 2 match points to try and close it out here already.
This is a difficult one for not just STMN, but also the other team that had a prospective.
We're banning Angelo. We're banning the Angelo. Zem says, honestly, I don't see them standing a chance versus KCP. Do you see why I said that? Yeah. Yeah, that was not the dominant fashion that we've seen before. Zulan Tyrant are ready to dominate. I hope KCP wins. I just want to support Zulan right now. I think Gray's a fantastic pick. Could go Bo, could go B, could go Bell, could go Hank, could go Larry Laurie, could go Meeple. Could go... Oh, Angelo would have been good. We'll see him in your lobby. I'm you. Okay. Let's see the masterclass Gray. Unless you want me to play Gray. Bell. Okay. What beats Bell? What beats Bell? Should I just go Mortis? Should I go Brock? Should I go Tick? Tick. Tick is the way. I might go Tick. No. Bell's good. Bell's good. I just hope that someone is willing to switch with me. No, I mean, Juju's good. Juju's good. Good. Wait, I can't switch with anybody! How? Oh my goodness. We're playing no star power, no gadget. In Masters Ranked. Called a Wasim challenge. But Juju is a good pick here. This is my first game of Juju I've ever played. I have 0 trophies on Juju, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what my team thinks of this.
Look at my next play there.
One's laughing, one's crying. Okay. How do I get my long range? Ooh, I gotta go in the grass. Go in the grass. Okay, I can do that. Bang. Bang. I thought she always had long range. It's only in the grass? Interesting. Oh, buddy. Please don't die. So how am I can't hit. This range is not... This is not good range. I need to be in the grass at all times. Okay, my goal is just to get into that grass of theirs. If someone can help me do that, then we'll win this game. Alright. Okay, I made it. Really? How did you even hit me? Like, I could have just stayed in this corner and not got hit. Okay, just chill out. Everyone just chill out. Don't do anything crazy. It's physically impossible for me to lose this game. Like, we have... Wait, guys. I don't know if the bell pushes me. There we go. It's physically impossible. As long as you guys don't die. Oh my goodness. It's still impossible. Literally, how are they gonna... Okay, there we go. Yes. As long as I don't get pierced here. It's physically impossible for us to lose. It's possible. It's impossible. What are you gonna do? What are you guys gonna do? Look at this long range, man. Look at this long range. it's kind of hard to hit. Uh-oh. Okay. No star power, no gadget. Okay. You just super like need a bear, basically just don't just throw it out. Honestly, I don't know how to use a Nita Bear. Sprout would serve the same purpose, but not as good. Oh. I don't know how to use Nita Bear. Okay, now they're gonna make sure I never get into that bush, broski. This stinks. Yeah, they do not want me in that bush. But I'm gonna get there one way or another. Chat, why are we just staying middle? Like, what are we doing here? You two, I'm sorry, but I think you might need to go left lane because you need to help me get in those bushes. That's the only way we're winning this. Oh no, me too. You too. Like, I need to get, like, Mewtwo, if we stay here, we're gonna lose. Like, someone needs to get this Bell out of the lane, big boy. You don't have to, like, make a play. All you gotta do is just challenge and go for some shots. You know, I know she has longer range than me, but we gotta get this bush. Nice. We got the bush. We got the bush. We got the bush. We have got the bush, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to die. You don't need. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, now we gotta go in. So. Okay. Okay. How do we win this game? We can't lose the lead, and we need to get the grass. Simple. Juju without gadget is not very good. I don't even know what a gadget does. This is literally my first game of Juju. Alright, so we're gonna lose because Mewtwo's going middle again. You don't have to make a play, but you could if you want to, but you don't have to. Oh my goodness. Okay, that time that was my fault. Mewtwo won his lane. I just did not stay alive. This bell is really annoying me. Nice. We really need just one star, so all we gotta do is just rely on a pull from the homeboy. We'll be fine. Oh my goodness. We just gotta rely on a pull from Jean, and we will be fine. Okay, he said use it like a Nita Bear. I don't know what that means, so maybe you just throw it close to you. Okay, this is our chance. This is our chance. Well, well, well. Well, well, well! Run! Run! No star power, no gadget, first time Juju. Just had to rely on the gene pool. As long as we don't die, don't take too much of a deficit in the beginning. Look at that, 200 points. Mastery points.
I am a creature of the night.
Okay. You run it back. Need a bear equals not just throw it. So did I use it? Did Gree correct right there? I don't know. Oh yeah, we need some Zem Duo Q. We could really use some Zem Duo Q right about now. That's a good idea. It's on. Sneaky Fields, okay. We have the first pick. We want to ban last picks. What are some last picks? Well, I'm just gonna ban Stu because I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? It's a red brawler. It's a red brawler, right? Where is Stu? Stu is a red brawler. No, he's a purple. Bro, what is going on in 2027? Why can't I find brawlers in 2027? I need some glasses. I still can't find Stu. Okay, he's banned now. So that's all fine and dandy. Janet. So what beats a Janet? Use it when their ammo is taken away. Okay, got it. Okay. What beats a Janet? Maybe a little bit of a Buzz action. Maybe a little bit of a Hank action. Hank is really good against Janet. Please pick Carl. Please pick Carl. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tank is good against Janet. How did you learn to draft? Honestly, just by watching other people draft and by doing it a bunch. And like knowing, yeah, I don't know. You just have to play more and watch more. Squeak is good into Janet. Oh, I should have invited Zem. Bleeding duty. Zem, do you want to play after this? If not, it's fine. I'm gonna ban B. I kind of want to play Bo. We could play Ollie as well. You're down? Okay. Last time we first picked Ollie and it worked, I would... Alright, looks like we're going Kenji. Go Mortis, Gray, Mortis. Amber, so what beats Amber? Honestly, Bo is pretty good. Could also go like Buster. Could go Squeak, could go Buzz, could go Buster. Ooh! Hank! No! Buster's also good. I'm gonna go Bowington. Let's not give them any time to think. Let's just go the brawler. Now they have 20 seconds to pick their brawler. Trust the Fang. Don't spam, please. Don't go Mortis with the Kenji. Run Bo for area control. Lock in Larry and Larry. Pam Army. No Bo. Well, Zemp. I'm sorry, I already picked it. El Primo. Hey, Acro. Amber, Carl, Primo, Amber, Carl, Primo, Amber, Carl, Primo. I'm a new player, I'm a new player, I'm a new player, I'm a new player, I'm a new player.
I fight for my ancestors.
I'm a new player, I'm such a new player.
I'm strong as the mountains.
Come on, man. This is so not fair. They're all low.
As the mountains.
This Primo's doing too much. They already won. Okay. Totally winnable. I just gotta play a little better.
I fight for my ancestors. I am one creature. We must fight for peace.
Well, this kind of stinks.
I am one creature.
Yeah, this really stinks. I should have just went, literally should have just went Hank. We would have won. Really? So I just put 5 years of dedication into that hypercharge and you just did that to it?
The spirits are calling my name. I am guided by the spirits.
Dude, really? I just threw mines where mines already were. I'm so done. This Primo's too good. Dang it, man.
Have much fear, Mortis is here.
3 members of Pioneers, and this is looking to be a very different round than what we just saw. Zar very much out of the game and attempting to get a favorable lane swap into Tyrant. Will have it for a moment, but Zulan now is going to go to work on his Livy, who's also very, very low. One more
There we go.
explosive arrow connection and he'll be good, but Zar gets what he wants coming back and punishes the Carl instantly.
As Livy flew a little bit too close to the sun there versus Zulon. He wanted to bait out that ammunition, but he was only operating with 1 tap of health left. Fade, securing the kill on the right side, and now repositioning back to mid for even more damage onto Juan Carlos. He's using that shield, but now it's worn off. Tyrant going in for the big damage, trying to keep the distance from Juan Carlos. Pretty successful. He was only hit by 1 torpedo and will escape within an inch of his life. Is Livy with the diff on the left side.
Who's gonna
Now
win,
slapping down
Zulon or
with
Juan
more
Carlos?
control. And now that he'll have the opportunity to heal up, this is looking like a successful retake for Elevate.
Great that they can also clear those hypercharged mines. Zulan had put them down. That would have been a problem. This is where Elevate can start to make a comeback into the game. Zulan no longer gets to bully the Amber out of lane. Tyrant
Zemp, I'm probably gonna watch
been fun for
when
him
the
so
matches
far,
are on,
now
and
the
I'll
Royal
play
Field
like
is definitely going to
when they're
cause him
off.
some
So if that's what
concern.
you want to do,
This is a
you
beautiful
can invite
comeback.
me when,
Elevate now are
or
within
I can invite
striking
you when they're
distance
off.
of Pioneers total and look to get even further ahead of them. Zulan might need to take some risks, but as Livy's long range poke is
Juan
definitely
Carlos
a bit
Hank,
worrying
Juan
for
Carlos
him.
Hank.
Juan Carlos blocking
Bang.
up. Nice little connection there off the torpedo.
Bang.
Before that, he gets topped back up, and now
Bang.
Elevate have a solid lead. A beautiful comeback, a composition that's worked to perfection.
Hold
for them.
on.
Not just that, but they played it so successfully. Hats off to Czar
Okay, bad Zem.
specifically for his Amber gameplay there.
Look at
I
that
think we
squadron.
saw,
Juan Carlos on the
basically both
bed.
sides of what Elevate were
Because
coming
he's
at
the
that
king,
battle.
you know.
Not just how effectively they can hold a point, but also that they can retake the point successfully, which I had my doubts about after we saw Pioneers successfully get that hold in the early game and climb up to nearly 70%.
It's just beautiful to see how today it really seems like the underdogs, the ones that don't really get the popular vote, usually take this first set. It's really a back and forth. Even in North America, everything can happen. This is a perfect example for an outdraft, in my opinion. We have Ember, we have Hank, Lola, very huge
Good call.
damage dealers.
Ton, good call.
Not really a lot of range. That was what I was kind of scared for. Bo and Carl just completely outranged him, with just hiding behind that wall, standing in mid with that tanky Hank, and then pushing everybody else back with the damage output that Ember and Lola offer.
Oh yeah, new poll.
They played it really, really well already.
I think another thing that sort of hurt Pioneers here is that Bo, like, Zulan was doing a pretty good job of getting that damage on the left side, but he wasn't, like, winning it very quickly. If we were just to, you know, focus on him. Also, like, the Bo mines, they were pretty easily dealt with by the enemy side. I think that he was given sort of a tough position where this is a strong brawler.
Who's gonna win? Pioneers or Elevate? Bo on the poll right now.
The enemy, and was given some quite difficult matches.
I'll end the poll after when this next game starts so that, you know, you can't change your vote.
Received his hypercharge. He was the only one of that six hypercharge batch that we have received in the game that wasn't really played. He was not picked up whatsoever. The other 5 that have gotten their hypercharge back then.
Thank you, Football Edits, for the support. I appreciate you.
The top of the meta.
Thank you, thank you.
It's because most esports players just know perfectly how to dodge that bow.
Okay, my favorite mode, Brawl Ball.
Why it is that we're seeing him a bit more often this month, Uber.
Favorite mode, Brawl Ball, Dynamite, Hank,
He's so good on Hot Zone or these kind of maps where like your ability to,
B,
you know, to sort of move forward or move away is a little
Ollie,
bit limited. And against
Gray,
that want a group a bit more
Jackie,
value. I think that like hypercharge is really
Surge.
good. Some people might question like, okay,
so what are they gonna ban? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what they don't like, you know.
It's not really,
I would ban
you know,
Stu here.
like, the super totem is very powerful, but
B, Meeple,
I
Byron,
think the hypercharge is definitely
B,
making it
Lou,
more relevant,
Lumi.
more mines, more area
Double B
control.
ban. Well, now you guys know if you get this map,
Has
play
that area
B.
control and the long range pressure.
I guess Bow could also be an option on this map for me. Every time
Stu,
I read his name,
that's what I would have banned.
He pops into my mind immediately. Also Max.
Okay, what counters Stu? You go a little bit of a Terra action. You go a little bit of a
newer addition to that list of the brawlers that I would pick here.
Terra
I expect
action.
some
You know what I'm
Stu.
saying?
I expect Ollie again. I want to see
Zulan aura
Hank,
farming?
since he's not banned out here, and he's super good, especially against throwers.
I don't even think he's trying.
And if you're the only team with a thrower on this map, the other team has nothing.
Zulan has the
to
most
do.
monthly final wins
It's
in
usually
North
free.
America. This player right here.
I'm looking
Chester,
at like,
okay.
this Stu as being something that can be good into a thrower, but
That is good
not
against Stu
really
because, I don't know, it just does a lot of
well.
damage.
I feel like it's possible for him to be run
The
down as
stash
well,
of death
by
is
the
going to
fact
pick
that Tyron
something.
is picking Chester here,
And he's
I
gonna
think
pick
that's quite
Terra.
indicative of the fact that they're not
No, 'cause they already have an
going to rely
anti-tank.
on a thrower, or at least they're going to provide themselves that flexibility whether they decide to go with one or not. Because
What are they going to
that
pick?
last
Like Amber? They're going to pick something like boring like Carl or like Amber. Watch. But no, they want to go
But
Carl
the
as
stuff that
Stu, I don't
is,
think.
like, usually good into is not even really a question.
Juju.
It's been
So they're not the
banned out,
Dynamite,
for
but the
example.
Juju.
Juju now with the thrower. Okay, so they've gone for the thrower, even in the face of the Stu. They have the ability to break down walls. And to be fair, Juju
Stu
still
does
good
counter
damage
throwers,
without
but
the walls.
they do have a
I'm
Gree,
not
which
gonna say
Stu
that
does
she's
struggle with.
better without them.
Stu gets beaten by Terra Pets, Spike Gadget,
Going to
you know, the
consider, like,
cactus,
Hank pick here if there's
Nita Bears, you know, anything like that, because he doesn't have that much damage, you know?
Elevate
And they
right
don't
now,
charge
you
a
think
super.
about, like thrower with some range and like the potential of bringing Hank in them as well. I think we saw. Yeah.
Chat, where does second best play? Second best plays,
Dynamite in SA
probably
on one occasion, right?
this after this
Obviously,
match against
something
Tribe,
that's
right?
Horrendously outranged. By
Against Tribe.
the Pioneers side.
That's gonna be a
Carl,
crazy
Hank,
match.
and a thrower. They're the 3 brawlers that I'm thinking of right now, and we'll see where Elevate goes.
Juju's weird.
It's not been the expected Carl.
Juju,
Okay,
it's a thrower on the map. Like, this map is good for throwers like Dynamite and stuff. And it counters the Gree counters Stu. Is it the most amazing pick? I mean, I don't know, but I think it's not the worst.
Now taken away from the Pioneers playbook.
El
It's a strong
Primo.
brawler that's like the anti-enemy tank. So
They
this
just
is gonna
picked
be
El
very
Primo into
difficult for
Chester.
Pioneers to pick up a tank
Interesting.
Of their own. But if they decide to continue to hammer down the anti-tank, that could also be a pretty valid route as well. But I think also they need to be considering, like, what on earth are we going to go at mid? I'm seeing 2 strong lanes here, but nothing that can actually lock down things at long range and deal with that Carl. We're going to go Cordelius, it seems. Cordelius will shut down that El Primo, but we also saw this as a response earlier.
Absolutely, yeah. We saw Code OG actually pick this against Bobby's El Primo. And look, it went down to the wire. We were able to see just why or how, rather, it works so well. This pick, though, I think at that point, Pioneers were probably hoping to take a strong mid. And when they see the El Primo, they've gone, well, we can't really do that anymore. Now we need to find something that can answer this. So I like the El Primo inclusion here for Elevate. We didn't really discuss it much, but it's a problem for Hank in a big way because of his mobility and his ability to...
Oh, second best loss to SSG. You're right, you're right. You're right. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, second best. You're done, Zo.
And Elevate already looking
Okay, so
pretty good.
Zemp says that
Against the somewhat weaker
the other
in
team is dead.
battles, Cordelius. As Livy's having a great game so
Looks
far.
like
He's
the
got
chat
all
thinks that
brilliant
Pioneers is
actions
gonna win
there.
55%.
Yep, it gets there.
Tough fan dealt to Zulon there on the left side. He missed like one mushroom, and that tilted the
So they
matchup
picked
that
Cordelius. I like
Zulon
Cordelius
has
because
that
he
super
counters the
he's
Stu
got
and he's
zero
good
to
against the
move
tank.
through.
And
This
he
problematic
counters the
brawl
Carl
out
because the
of
Carl
it.
can't
He's
run
gonna
away. Like,
focus
I
on
think
one
Cordelius
Carlos.
is a great
That's
pick
fine.
here.
Well, as long as he
I don't know,
communicates
me and
with
you,
his
Zemp, like, I think we
position
just disagree on
teammates.
everything.
He's going to be emerging from the Shadow Realm in just a moment here. Tyrant is
But
keeping his distance, and so is Fade.
maybe against pros, Cordelius isn't good
Apply
because
that pressure to Tyrant on the top left.
they won't let him
On
hit the
bottom
super or
right,
something. I'm not
Zara's
sure.
been given quite a bit of trouble by the
Alright,
Greek.
so
He's going to be on decently low
he hits him with the
health. Once
with the
again,
Cordelius
top
super, but he
left,
can't get him
Zulon
because
with a
like
bit of a
Primo's just
disjointed
movement is like
offense.
perfect,
Leveraging
but he
the fact
actually
that
is hitting him a little
one
bit.
obstacle to get a bit more damage onto Zulon.
He's gonna hit the
Probably really
Stu.
able to get out of
Okay.
it. The elevator not really
As Livy
interested
Stu
in
is what beat
kind of
me in
shutting
my
him down.
Matcherino tournament.
Not
Oh,
going
he
anywhere.
just
Has
got
to
hit to the
walk
wall
over this
there.
hypercharge field. There's the old 1-2 punch from your boy El Primo. Zulon
Chester?
had a hypercharge super
Oh.
and couldn't actually bring down the El Primo. Great movement from Juan Carlos. Great dodging. We're going to try it again. It was would have hoped to have passed to his teammate. That's now not really an option as Livy needs to sort of pick up the pieces now as he heads into mid. Juan Carlos will
Travis winning the monthly finals? I hope so.
Instantly on towards Fade. Good
Ooh, look at that
close-up.
Cordelius
Big
super.
damage comes out in
He also
response
dodges
to
the Carl
Elevate.
burn.
Pioneers
He's going in. He can just walk him down because he has no
Elevate
ability
so
to run
far
away.
today, that looked really good. Zar is
Zara's just
very
walking
good
straight
enemy
into the
territory
Juju.
without the
Okay.
objective, so Fade will eventually deal with him, and now
Come on,
Pioneers have a
Pioneers.
chance to equalize.
Zulon.
They need a Cord super. If Zulon can get it, he can put
Bang!
it on the Shadow Realm. There it is. Tyrant
Uh-oh.
is safe and sound. A little whiff of a pass to the top right, but Fade clears
Nice.
out that goal for Tyrant to slot it in. With only 30 seconds on the clock, they have equalized the score. Pioneers, they got that Cord super exactly when they needed it. Folks, it only takes one in order to get a goal. And also, without the obstacles to hide behind, Juan Carlos is going to be quite a bit more vulnerable to these supers from Zulon. He's probably just going to wait another 10 seconds before he pops this one
Bang.
off. Or, never mind.
Look at Zulon, look at
catches
Zulon.
Livy off guard.
Okay.
Now keep the distance from Juan Carlos.
This
Not
isn't looking
possible.
good.
Juan has a super
He just
at the
wasted the
ready.
Gree-Gree a little
So
bit.
hopefully they can get some reinforcements with a respawning teammate before they try and generate a
So
goal.
Juju does not have long range without the grass. Dang, like look at the Juju right now. She's not gonna be able to. I thought Juju always had long range.
And obviously
Yeah, look at
you
that.
can't
That's not even that
possession
good.
while it's spinning, so the ball just uselessly clatters to the right side of the map. Elevate lose a window where they could have come forward, could have claimed a bit more space. But at least they do have the dive here from Juan Carlos at the ready. Okay, hit ejector. Big coverage on that one. Hypercharge from Zar, not enough to take
Zulon.
out of the game, though.
Zulon's still
Juan
alive.
Carlos is going to be hitting hard. Tyrant
It's looking
throws
good for
a
blue.
big
It's looking good
hypercharge
for
down
blue.
in his own position. Juan Carlos gets caught in the slowing field. Now it's up to Eslivy, looking a little bit uncomfortable.
Look at the
He's
Gree-Gree
got
countering
pace
this
down the
is
entirety of
Stu.
Pioneers, and surely
No, it's not gonna be done.
opening with
They
this
need.
shot.
They have a lot of health to go
Tyrant
through.
super shot
Wow.
gets it in there
Wow,
after
never mind.
landing the bomb. And Pioneers get around.
Zulon.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Let's go,
for a
Zulon.
while. Maybe they saw something that I didn't. A pass to Tyrant could have been that like a couple seconds
Beautiful.
sooner. That one had me just a little bit worried, but Tyrant slotted in the end with actually some pretty impressive synergy from the squad.
Tyrant go.
It was Zulon to place an enemy in the Shadow Realm that would have otherwise been blocking the goal. Now we'll see Pioneers lead with the same lane layout that they did last time. Juan rotating over towards the left side. Is Livy trying to encroach as he did last time? He was able to upset Zulon.
Okay, Tyrant getting some hits onto Primo. Fade just holding down the right lane. Won the right lane. He has Gree-Gree. Here comes Stu in the Shadow Realm. Completely countered. This is why they picked Cordelius.
Against the ropes here.
Gree-Gree chasing the Primo. There's nothing Primo can do about it. Stu, though, still alive.
Pressure, that Elevator feeling like they're being put under.
Carl in a
They're
1v3.
cornering the
Zar
ball.
with his tournament life on the line.
KCP take map control. Fade moves up, spamming some of those shots onto Juan Carlos here, as the Meteor does take out that form of cover that Juju would like to use to be a real nuisance in this part of the map. Common spot for her to
It's a
hide.
complete 3v3, but Juju once again wins the lane. This is why throwers are so strong, and Zulon says, I'm going to throw my super out, shoot the ball, bang.
Can be very effective for dealing with enemy tanks. Especially
One more goal, and Pioneers ties it up 1-1. Unfortunately, left lane has been lost. Fade is now facing the Primo, and he cannot win the lane like he did last time.
Juan Carlos.
But he does get him low. Tyrant still keeps his mid, though. Tyrant just 1v2'd them. He wasted that super, but he does get the Stu, and that's why they picked Chester into Stu. I don't know why. I've never understood it, but when I see a Chester, like, he just kills Stews all the time. It's crazy. So here comes Zulon. He has a super. He can make a play here. He could probably get the ball, throw it, and score, but he doesn't try for it. He decides, I'm going to play smart, I'm going to play safe. If it was me, I would have picked up the ball, shot at the Stu, and then supered him. But let's see what they do. Hypercharge. So basically, Juan Carlos is made into nothing, and bang, the goal is open. Pioneers 1-1.
Pioneers, and they, folks, are back on the board. Elevate get the drop on them early, but they adjust, and they see the Cordelius. They know they have Elevate right where they want them. Forced to counter it with the Cordelius and not able to use it effectively.
Still, I'd say for the fact that Pioneers...
Tyrant Star, we played with them in my last, like, you know, a couple videos ago on the Wisdom channel, so that's pretty cool.
They made it kind of close, as you said, over Elevate.
Oh, wait.
It looked like they can double down and maybe make it a
You want to play Zem?
this set here. And it's also crazy to me. We have such a...
Oh, he's already in the game. All right, we go watch him.
They're only 1 point apart in the leaderboard. 94 points so far for Pioneers, 93 for Elevate. Where does this Elevate hate come from?
Alright, we're watching Zemp, who's in the chat right now, play his rank match. Let's see if he wins. While we wait for the next match, the next pro match to start. Zemp playing the Meeple. 7-0. He doesn't get another kill. Angelo trying to do something, but he can't. Sprout. Exactly where I was. If you can get a thrower on this map and hide right there and they have no pierce, it's GG. Now, if Piper gets super, it could be a problem. I think Zemp got this one.
It's going to be Bell's Rock. You feel like Elevate is going to double down now?
Bell's Rock.
Pioneers just continue in their stride, take the momentum into the set as well.
I think we're moving a bit more into the comfort zone that Pioneers operates within. I think
When are you
there are
posting on
players,
the Wasim
that,
channel?
like
Soon,
Fade,
soon.
who's more of like the aggro tank
Very
specialist
soon.
on the team is entirely capable of playing that.
It's gonna be fun.
Not worth a ban.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Fade Bell. I want to see the Fade Bell return.
What's
For
your favorite
Elevate,
skin?
I mean, you asked
I
me
like
why the Elevate hate. You know, why don't we see that percentage come out?
I like
in
that
favor
pink
of
Jessie
them?
skin
And
because
I think
it's so
the
cheap
reasons
and it actually
that
looks
we
cool.
Sort of discussed before we even started the match, which is
Favorite ever though?
these are sort of like
I don't know. I need to
the
think about that.
other
That's hard.
teams.
I
think
could
that
probably tell you per
mentality
brawler.
sort of echoes throughout the region where they're presented with like the nice little package of Pioneers. Like they're a known quantity. We know what they are capable of. They make it to LCQ. Elevate, you know, some question marks here.
I guess it's also just a name that people still remember. Pioneers has been a name within Brawl Stars for a while now, Uber. Now on Bell's Rock, we've seen this map before as well. What to expect? Which brawler comes to your mind here?
I mean,
Okay.
this is the kind of map where in the past I've seen it as literally play throwers and look really good. That's kind of something that he used to bring to the tribe team as a pinch hitter to come in and would pick like a Sprout.
Wasim, is it
on
morning
some
for you?
maps and look really,
It's
really good.
3:53
So,
p.m.
We know that Rico's quite effective here. Ollie has been picked often on this map. Tons of options, and of course you want to involve some sharpshooters where you possibly can. We talked about the Rico having, you know, good ability to bounce a lot of shots up there.
They banned
Bell,
Kit.
definitely a go-to.
Lumi,
And
Angelo.
these Bands here, not too surprising.
RT,
Lou and
Blue,
RT
Hank.
definitely. We often see RT just like picked up first on this map as it doesn't really give too much away, and he's just very solid in both phases of the game.
If it were me,
Regulation time and that gas enclosure
Mandy.
overtime.
I'm looking at the bands here and
Gus.
ready. Your wish could be granted. A bell is left open.
Ollie.
Just waiting for that Jean Brock comp. We can open up the map. Jean is going to do a phenomenal job. And yes, Ollie has been picked up before by
They're gonna pick
Mountain
Buster. They're
LFA.
gonna pick
Now
Buster.
he's left open and of course picked up first here.
Okay, 2-3 for Pioneers. Maybe something that they are comfortable with. But they got to operate within the confines of
Mandy,
pretty much
Buster.
dealing with all of them. We saw how effective it could be earlier.
What
to
else?
Run the Poco into this. That was, of course, on Layer Cake. Not here on
Leon,
Bell's
I don't know.
Rock,
I actually
but
have no clue what I'd
something
pick
to
here.
Keep in the back of your head.
Jean,
when,
okay.
They had that last pick.
Are they
Here's
gonna
the
go Jean Brock?
That you, I guess, rubbed a lamp and wished for, and combined with the Brock that could be pretty strong, eliminating some of the usual strongholds around which Ollie likes to lurk, while also providing Pioneers the flexibility of dealing with something like a thrower. The only drawback, though, is that they would be quite weak to something quite aggressive. They've already thought ahead and banned out Kit, so that's not going to be a possibility. But some of the other things that could get pretty aggressive are still on the table for Elevate.
See, I wish I could switch my like tab without it messing up for you guys.
On these
They
kind
pick
of maps,
Pearl.
these knockout maps, because she plays so well into longer rounds. We've definitely seen her fall off as of late, but she can be pretty devastating. A gadget that basically makes first contact with her really inadvisable. A super that can destroy terrain.
All right, we're gonna watch Genie's POV for fun.
a super
Sweep
that
maybe
can
and like an
destroy
anti
terrain
tank.
and punish anybody who's trying to
I've been
close
here
the
just
gap on
not
you, like,
talking.
I don't know, Ollie.
Appreciate you. Appreciate
Maybe
the
that's a
everyone.
great option. And the durability, which is at full heat.
All right.
Basically shrug off a lot
I'm scared of
damage
G's
coming your
chat.
way.
Dude, my chat's
G's
very
ultimate
nice.
long
So they
Oh,
picked the
sometimes.
squeak.
Oh, they want the squeak chat. I'm so smart. I am so smart.
They're gonna go Buster.
Where's the face cam?
Let me know if this audio is good.
Okay, they need
And
an
remember what
anti-tank or
happened
something with a
in
lot
our
of
last
damage.
match when we saw Squeak play
Not
that
nice,
role?
only
It was
sometimes.
pretty
They're,
effective.
so you're saying they need an anti-tank?
We need something with damage
These are
here for
very,
elevator. They're going to tank and it's
defined
over.
three
Loki,
different
Janet,
lanes.
nah,
And
they're gonna
Squeak,
go tank.
It's
Do
as
that.
if
I was gonna say it'd be
Squeak
Buster.
needs
Something for
reload
damage,
speed
some
or time
DPS.
to perfectly hold a single area for an indefinite
What?
period of time. Tick, making it quite a late arrival.
I mean, elevator
Really?
is really good at the control comps. Don't get me
So
wrong.
now
but,
basically
like,
they just go
if they just
Mortis.
go like
But it's
Daryl
not
or
something that
Modus or
Elevate
something.
could
Ooh.
playing into either.
Daryl would
They
be
can
good.
Just go
Viable
Daryl or
options.
that
I
is
think we
not
talked
damage.
about
Agreed.
is
That
Livy
is
as
not
some
damage.
specific combos that we look at is Livy is
The way
pretty
they
good
put
playing
this Livy on the
throwers.
tick.
We love to combine his
Woo,
names
woo.
with things like
Increase
Sweep
audio?
Livy
I think as
as well,
Livy
so we'll get to
basically.
see
Oh,
some
as Livy
individual
probably playing the
greatness
sweep.
mechanically.
Yeah.
But as far as
Free
draft
Daryl,
goes,
yeah. I
Is
was
that too
thinking
loud?
Daryl as well.
pioneers.
Great.
Let me
Oh,
know.
I
Let
don't
me know.
like it. No,
If
I
the,
don't like
I
it.
increased
No,
the audio,
no,
McPro,
I
but
don't
let me know
like
if that's
it.
too
No,
loud.
I don't like it. No.
Gray?
I don't like that at all.
I mean,
Like, it's not even
it's
that free of a gray game.
it's doable.
Like,
It's
Tick has a
doable,
shield, Tick's
but
gonna
it's
get a
like
super.
it's not the best that you could have
It's
done.
not that free of a game.
You can't go Daryl into Ollie, as chat says. Hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like that pick. No, no, no.
It's
no,
still
no,
too
no,
low?
no, no, no. Not a good pick. Not a good pick.
Is there any? Is anyone else think it's too low?
I mean, I guess, but still though, like, I'm not the biggest fan.
I think that's.
Chat, Wasim's watching my stream. What's up, Wasim?
What's up, Genie?
Hello, Wasim.
What's
yeah.
up, Genie?
I love Wasim, and if Wasim wants me to carry him to pro, I'll carry him to pro.
All right.
And he's going
Go
to be
say hi
getting a
to chat.
hypercharge by like
Yeah.
round 2 at
Let's
least.
go say hi to chat. Wasim, you're a fraud. Give me mod in your chat. You're a
Those are your wall
fraud.
breaks.
I ain't modding you,
Wasim, you're a
Genie.
fraud. Give me
Uh,
mod now.
I
Give
am
me
never
mod
modding
breaks.
Genie.
Means that Tyrant gets to walk all
I'll
the
never
way
mod you.
with the use of his gadget. It's a total.
I love
All right,
you,
let's
Wasim.
watch.
Give me my
control half
wrench.
the map for Elevate
I'm
that
looking
they cannot
broken, yo,
activate.
chat. I'm
But
looking
so far,
homeless like the
Elevate have done a
Squibber
good
Me
job
mini
of
spare
controlling
change.
You got the check mark. You got the check mark. That's aura.
which will
Okay,
assist
Gray, like a
Yeah,
Gray,
there's some up here.
anything's possible with Gray. How does he not pull him through the wall? Like sometimes it pulls through the wall, sometimes it doesn't.
He's never given you mod, then no pro rank carries for him. He's gonna be hard stuck Masters 1.
Bro, I'll get pro rank one way or another.
Oh, nice hit.
It's a privilege for you to be a part of my journey.
Actually, you don't even need to. 3v2. You don't even need to. They can just pinch out here and get their
This
shots.
looks like a
Actually,
wait.
Wait, no,
Pearl,
they
Pearl,
might-
we need you. Pearl, we need you. They're low.
Squeak,
Tick.
squeak. Oh my god. They're both in the smoke though. Wait.
It's gonna be close. Wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
Mod Genie would wreck everything. Yeah, look at this guy. This guy's peak audio is
Okay, that was crazy.
peaking constantly. I can't trust this guy with mod.
Yo, he almost
He's gonna do
lost
some
that
crazy
though.
things.
They almost lost that round because Gene was in the smoke. I really don't like the Gray pick though. They won, but I really don't like the Gray pick.
I like the Gray pick. As a Gray fan myself,
They go Daryl, they
like
instantly
into
lose
Tick
that.
and Squeak, it's pretty
Fade
good.
will work, though. Fade is
Into
very
Ollie, I
good.
mean, I guess they can get free pulls. It's fine. It's more safe because like Daryl could like technically mess up. You know, Daryl can make a mistake. Daryl can get like
No, they don't.
Tick
do they
supered.
don't.
Fade's
just good at Gray.
I played with Fade in a match and I lost with him. I think he hates me now.
You going to kill the Squeak and the Tick.
Look at the Fade dodging the Squeak shot, dodging the Tick shots.
On the fish, I think it was banned.
Confident with his position.
DJ doesn't trust you with the mod. No pro rank for Wasim. Oh my gosh, ours insane.
To his credit, no trade opportunity. One
Oh.
shot on Desire will get the job done.
Oh my god,
One
Fade's
Carl's
tap.
gonna be the recipient
Fade's hitting
of
every
damage anyway.
shot.
Can Fade
Fade's
make a
hitting
play
every
here
shot.
with the
Fade's hitting every
dimensional
shot. Fade, go
door?
for it, go for it, go for it, Fade.
It's
Oh, he didn't
probably
go
too
for it.
much to ask, and he knows
Oh, Fade
once
should've
that
gone
last
for it.
squeak
I saw the
bomb
vision. I
got
saw
stuck.
it in his eyes. He wanted to go for it. I
Hypercharge
saw it
now
in his
available for
eyes.
Fade,
Ban him,
but
low-key, we
likewise
should.
for as Livy. So if Fade
Bro, do
encroaches
not
on
ban
Livy's
me.
territory a bit too much, as Livy is ready with the punish. He can also just drop
Oh.
down the old-fashioned tick.
Okay, I mean,
super if
Fade is a
necessary.
hypercharge for this
Once
round,
they
I
though.
love how when I join, I see
They
Wasim
do
watching
something
Genie
crazy.
watching the
Get
monthly
a long
finals.
pull or something.
Game-winning
Yank
Okay,
the
they have the
ball
Tick
out.
hypercharge. This is basically GG, but they have the hypercharge Gray, which is not really that important.
But
Yank
something that Pioneers are going to
I think this is an L. I mean, this tick hypercharge is going to be powerful at the end of the game.
If Fade's not using super, he wants the long pull.
So that they can get rid of that.
Ooh. Ooh. It's not enough. He has to trade. It's 1-for-1. It's one. Oh, but he wasted the hypercharge from tick. Oh, wait, Tyrant. What are you doing, Tyrant? Tyrant just walked into the biggest landmine of human history. That full match control, just like GD said. He misses the pull. Like, that was a little fast, a little early, a little too preemptive. But I do think Pearl's power, but Tick is really holding it down, and that's not a good jump. That is not a good jump. Pearl is just too powerful, dude. Pearl is way too girthy, damagey, supery. It's too good.
Go in by KCP. They are cooking. They are locked in right now.
Pearl is going to be the last one to die in any knockout.
KCP is locked.
Or lose that round. She is.
Who you got winning this match? I got Zulon winning this match. Zulon.
There's almost no point in even attacking her since she absorbs all of your shots. But the thing is, if there's one
locked, I mean, Fade is most definitely locked.
I think really the.
I don't know about Zulon though.
He doesn't think Zulon's locked. Zulon's got the most monthly final wins of all time.
Yes, the best match of the day is right after this.
He was quite successful in doing so in the last.
The best match of the day is after this.
Like, I have no idea.
I don't know if that's the best match of the day, but it's not the grand finals, but it is Tribe Gaming. Every match with Tribe Gaming is going to be so hype. I can't wait to watch Tribe because I actually like really want them to win. I want them to win the whole shebang.
Zulon is not getting a super fed though because he's landing a tick.
I wish I could put my chat on the screen but like I don't know how to do it, man.
They need to switch the Gene onto the Ollie so Zulon can get his first initial super. Yeah, Fade has to take the tick, unfortunately.
Those are really effective attractors over the course of these matches.
Alright, Zar jumping over the border like he won Carlos. He doesn't have jump for a couple seconds.
Across to the right now. Gap is starting to close.
Nice, Fade's so good. Fade's so good. Fade is so good.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
This game.
Yeah, it's over.
So good. Fade is so good. Fade is so good.
Pop out chat. Pop out chat.
While he's fully heated up,
Fade is
while he
so
has the
good.
gadget ready to go, and you just know that Zar
That's my
wanted
boy
to do
right
anything
there.
but that, because you know just how it's gonna go.
Zar!
Oh, what a pull, Zar with a jump.
Zar with a good jump.
And Fade actually predicted it, but he was
Good jump
just
from
a
Zar.
moment too early. Could not actually.
Alright, just give me a second.
They got a Gene pull and a Gray hook
Really
out of
well
that, so
played.
that's
That was
not the
some
worst.
crazy synergy.
LA can still win this though, but they need Zar to get a super.
There you go.
We're approaching the halfway point.
Chat.
The Pioneers, though,
Pop out.
winning this round means they will take the set. And they've got so much to work with here. The exception of Zulon's Magic Hand.
They have a great TP.
Position.